Okay, next up is the new Boy Scouts. There's nothing translated for this. I can't even find it anywhere other than like here and like some Japanese stuff. But like, so this is the new Boy Scouts, otherwise known as Youth Alliance. This came out right after the Shoujo one. This came out in April to December of 1962. The Shoujo one ended in January of 1962. And so, like, there was an original version, and then the remake in Altai Elementary School student newspaper, serialized from 67 to 68. Okay, so then there was, like, a remake made. The organization, the new Boy Scouts, I assume, would later be repurposed for... Right, I didn't mention that at the beginning. So, Inazuman, I don't know anything about it at all. I literally know nothing about it except for the name. I have heard of the name before. That's it. I don't know if it's popular. I assume it's a popular thing because I've heard the name of it, but I don't even know that. I just know that I have heard the name before, period. That's all I know, so don't spoil me. But I think Mutant Sabu is also connected to it in some way, but again, I don't know in what way. And again, there's a lot of manga that I read in the 60s where I go, oh, time to read this manga, and then it turns out it's a part of the fucking bingo bongo universe. So this is the same case. I just randomly wanted to read Mutant Sabu, had no relation to anything else, was just like, oh, I guess I'll read this, and it was like, did you know this is a part of the Inazuman fucking otaku verse or whatever? And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, that's like half the 60 shit we read ends up being like that. But, so, while the lead character of Saburo, Saburo Kazuta, became a staple character of Ishinomori's star system. Okay, so Ishinomori's got a star system thing going on as well. I assume everybody knows what the star system is. If you don't, look it up. I don't want to explain it. What was the plot here? So, Saburo Kazuta, an elementary school student with a strong sense of justice, meets a mysterious boy named Eliza, and is scouted to be a member of the new Boy Scouts. Saburo is given weapons and equipment made from the best of science, and after honoring his skills through special training, he fights against the various evils created by adults. Cool. So it's Boy Scouts versus adults sort of thing. I like that. That's cool. Coming out in 1962. Very interesting. Like, this is way before, any of the student protests or anything like that. Which, I mean, it doesn't really seem like it's going into that sort of aspect of it, but it's like a very early version of it. Though, to be fair, the fact that it was republished in the elementary school newspaper in 67, 68 during the student protests at their height. Anyway. But, okay, so he did have, like, 3 sisters in the original as well. But okay, good to know. But okay, now we are on to the Shonen Sunday edition. This was from 1965 through 1966, from like January to January, 1965 to 1966. So let's jump into this one. How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. As always, this is a Black Lives Matter, All Cops Are Bastards, and Trans Rights supporting channel. If you're not supporting that, get the fuck off this channel. We are reading some more Mutant Sabu. We are now moving into the Shonen Sunday edition version. Let's look at some of the volume covers as well here. We've got 4 different versions for the 4 different releases of this. And yeah, looks pretty much the same as he did from the shoujo version. I think I like this one the best here, where you got like all the eyes looking at him and everything like that. And then, like you got the normal part of him here, and then the mutant side of him where everybody's looking at him. And I assume, this is the Sabu version, this is the mutant version, even in the title and everything. But yeah, and then that's the same one, just used for the complete collections, or the complete digital collection of Ishinomori. And then yeah, this one's pretty cool too. I like this one. And then this one is from that like there's a lot of these old comics that have these like very different styled volume covers. They make them look a lot more photorealistic, quote unquote, or whatever, but just like a lot more shading on his face and that. Looks more normal and less anime. But let's get into the Shonen Sunday edition. Actually, before this there was another thing, but none of it is translated, so I'm just going to throw that in here with me talking about it, and then we'll come right back to this. Okay, back to the Shonen Sunday edition. Let's go. The birth of Mutant Sabu. So yeah, how is this going to differ from the previous version? Mankind appeared on Earth over 100,000 years ago. We're going real far back to explain mutants. You could say that the first of our kind were closer to beasts than humans, and so they didn't know words that could carry their will and convey it to others. Instead, they communicated solely with their hearts and the words that came from them. Their bodies are like so, like shaded in with a screen tone, and their faces are just white. In parapsychology, one would call it telepathy. Okay, communicated solely with their hearts and the worlds. I mean, I thought you were just saying like body language stuff and all that, physicality, but nope, telepathy. However, so we're just saying, like, back in the past, we all used to be telepathic, but not anymore. Now they're mutants. However, after a long, maybe, I don't know, all humans are mutants then in that case. However, after a long, long time, they discovered words, created languages, and lost this power in the process. Or at least a theory like that exists. I do love this, like, style of, like, this is just a completely white panel because it's a narration panel. Same here. But, like, putting it up here in the corner for no real reason other than just, like, I don't know, it's a little bit aesthetically pleasing. But if it was correct, wouldn't it mean wouldn't it mean the mankind? I assume that. Wouldn't it mean that mankind have regressed rather than evolved? The famous author of The Theory of Evolution, Darwin, said. This whole page is so interesting. Like, it's very, like, it's not trying to be manga in any way. It's just using the panels to, like, convey individual means of information. That from all living creatures, only those predisposed to live in their habitats shall survive, and over a long time, their offspring will gradually change. Another man, Mendel, said, parents, first generation, second generation, wow, shit, what is the word for that? What is the word for that? Passing down traits and everything like that, but, like, that's clearly what we're showing there. Like, dominant traits, recessive traits, but what's the word for that? I mean, the Mendel, square, I think, or whatever, but, like, there's another word I'm thinking of. Anyway, if two parents of different traits produce an offspring, their offspring shall inherit one of these traits and never anything in between. And in the next generation, when specimens with their grandparents' genes are born, you can clearly deduce what traits this generation should have. And now, well then, what about this young man called Sabu? And very interesting paneling structure here. Oh, I really dig that. So weird. The one who shall possess a power that neither his parents, nor grandparents, nor anyone from his ancestors could use. Anyone from his ancestors? Do you just mean, like, in a more recent sense? Because, like, what about, the ancient ancestors we were just talking about having that power? You could say the rules of Darwin's theory of evolution and Mendel's laws. I guess it was just Mendel's law. I guess that's what the word I was looking for. I thought Mendel was part of it. I was like, there's the Mendel square thing, but is that, like, Mendel's law? But yeah, so they don't apply to this young man. So, that it's neither from his parents nor his grandparents. It is just, like, a genetic anomaly. But the fact that it is a genetic anomaly, like, we lost this ability physically. It's not just like we lost the know-how of how to do it. We lost the physical ability to have telepathy. But Sabu. Okay, hit by a car. Is that carrying over from this? Is this like a 2-page spread kind of thing? Can I make it work like that? Oh, it actually was. Okay. So yeah, that's why I had a very unique paneling structure here. Like, this was going to be a normal page. He's just walking, we're getting narration. This should have been a normal page, but this car comes out of nowhere, breaks through the entire panel structure to hit him. But, okay, so we just start off with him getting hit by a fucking car. And actually, which of these is, so we go all the way down here to this one, then to this one, then up to here? That's a very strange order, but okay. So is Sabu a human who suddenly regressed to the level of a primitive human, or is he a newly evolved creature from the future? I mean, I guess that depends. Does he just have telepathy, or does he have something else? Okay, so we're getting a blood transfusion here. I assumed he would have already had these powers, but maybe it's going to come through this somehow? But, like, does this girl have mutant powers? Or else, like, how are we going to get mutant powers from this? But, or it could just be a normal operation, but, like, it's just such a strange opening. And the overhead light of the operation table transitioning into the sun. He wakes up, and he's got the telepathy already. He's finally awake. He'd been sleeping for over a week. I thought there was no hope for him. A whole week? But you just did. He's probably not at his best. He injured his head when the car hit him after all. But he did know exactly what you were going to say. He knew immediately. Yeah, okay, she immediately knows. He can read my mind. I'll bring the doctor. But yeah, we're moving this quickly along of a realization. He's just like, oh, damn, okay, I guess I can read minds. So yeah, like, did he get the telepathy because of the car accident, maybe? It's not the blood transfusion, but we focused so heavy on that blood transfusion. And his injuries nearly finished healing up. So again, was that something that our ancient ancestors could do, or is that something unique to him? Yeah, we need further investigation of this. No, don't want that. No one's poking around my body. I'd like to take my leave. Alright. Okay, yeah, and the girl returns. Coincidentally, she returned just here. Like a week later, right as we got back up. Maybe she's been here every day. Okay, so we still got like the shoujo vibes going on. I'm glad. Oh, his eyes are so pretty. Like like he could see inside my soul. I think your eyes are beautiful too. Oh, I love it. I mean, in this middle of like you hit this man with your car and you are like deeply apologizing to him, begging for forgiveness, and in that moment you're like, oh wow, his eyes are so pretty. Oh, this is my kind of shoujo. You know he can read minds and you're immediately trying to fool him. Oh no, I forgot he can read my thoughts. Yep. But he's actually acquiescing. Like, alright, I understand, really. I just want to get some sleep now. So leave me be! Get out of here! They're all afraid of him. I mean, of course they would be. Oh, but okay, so... Oh, I thought he was going to, like, sneak out, but no. Watching her. Is she, like... rich? I was gonna say, like, is she rich and like this is like a chauffeur or something like that, but no, she was the one driving the car that hit us, so. Oh no, she's just getting kidnapped! What the fuck? And could he read her thoughts from that far away? That's very strong. And then, who's there? What do you mean? I don't know why he expected someone was in the room with him, but, oh, they locked the door. I see. Yeah, there's no indication of, like, noise for him to say who's there, but then they locked the door. So, out the window we go. And, whoa, oh, I thought it was like a tree or something, but no, it was just like a wooden beam across the thing, and yeah, that's probably... like I was going to say, like, do we, like, have a bunch of weight to us for some reason? But, like, no, it's just a weak board. But we fall, slide against the wall, and, whoa, he's almost, like, standing, like, vertically, and then he kicks off onto the ground. So, yeah, the opposite. His body feels so light. And then, like a cartoon character. Did he just, like, fly for a second there? Like a helicopter with his legs? Oh, they made her fall asleep, and now I can't hear her heart. But okay, so he can even hear her heart from that far away. Or does that mean her thoughts? Like her heart, her thoughts sort of connection. But yeah, I think it means her literal heart. But I can still clearly hear theirs. Okay, so yeah, he can hone in on the heartbeats. What in the world? So yeah, super quick as well. Okay, down to like a extremely rundown building. This just looks like it was blown up in the war and still not repaired, which wouldn't be that much of a surprise. It's only the 60s. They lit a fucking candle. You guys can't afford like a fucking lamp? You guys gotta do a goddamn candle? How poor are you? But like, yeah, why kidnap her? I assume she's rich or something? And they kidnapped her right outside a hospital. Like, what a weird strategy. So it's gotta be her specifically, right? And yeah, you can party once you get the money. That's the only time you can call a kidnapping a success. Damn straight. Beats the tar at him so quickly. He's got like insane speed. Again, it's very clear Ishimura like really had this idea for this type of character that he wanted to do, whether a mutant, whether a cyborg, whatever. He knows exactly what kind of character he wants to do. And like we beat him so fast they're like, you know, stun locked and then like it all hits them at once and they fall down. It's like we hit him so fast it's like the fucking, you know, EI slash. And alright, so Mari Suzuka. That's a very interesting name. Suzuka. So yeah, that's Suzuka, the owner of the Suzuka Automobile Company. Okay, yeah, so big rich. But okay, yeah, so they already sent in the ransom note. They must have done the ransom note before they even kidnapped her. That's fucking crazy. That's really, you know, assuming a lot. And okay, she's of weak health. She's of weak health and she gave us blood. That is, you know, very good of her. But also, maybe that's where we got the mutant thing. It's not a disease. About 20 years ago, I was in an accident in Yokohama. An explosion happened, and there was a strange light. So, radiation, perhaps? Some people thought it was caused by a UFO. Oh, okay, so aliens or something. Also, his face is, like, so different here. Like, yeah, his, like, side profile is, like, typical of, like, you know, Joe from Cyborg 009, and also, like, you know, the shoujo version of him. But, like, his face here, dead on, feels quite different a little bit. More boyish. And oh, my mother was in Yokohama 20 years ago, too. And my mother passed away 3 years ago. So, is this, like, partly... I mean, look at this fucking... There's a strange light that looks like a nuclear explosion with, like, lightning and stuff. But I'm saying it's a UFO or something. But maybe it was just, like, a plane that dropped a bomb or something. For some reason on Yokohama. But, either way. Also, 20 years ago... I mean, it was an accident, though. I was going to say 20 years ago would have been, like, the war. But they say it's an accident, so... But either way... you know, this is the time of nuclear bombs and radiation. But still, maybe this is aliens. Either way, his mother being, you know, whatever, let's say the mutant juice got in the mother, and then also the mutant juice got in her, and then she gave birth to, you know, both mothers gave birth to 2 children here who had, like, let's say, like, dormant mutant genes, and then once, like, the, you know, then the daughter's starting to, like, show some effects from that. Maybe he was already showing some effects from that. We don't really know. But either way, now, once, like, her blood has been put into him, that's now, like, strengthened the mutant gene within him. That's my guess. Maybe the car did something to his brain as well. It's a combination of a lot of things happening at once. Is she gonna let us stay here or something? I wonder if she's just gonna invite us to stay. But alright, husband's home. He's so mad that his daughter's safe. You told me she got kidnapped. I come back, she's already home? That's good. I'm a busy man, for heaven's sake. Oh my god. But yeah, here's the man who saved your daughter. And yeah, true. I mean, like, how would you not be like, wow, this fucking kid could bring down the kidnappers? Probably were just a bunch of amateurs. And yeah, the 3 of them were, there were 3 of them, all young hooligans. But yeah, I mean, that also leads in his favor of, like, yeah, they were pretty young too, so they were amateurs. But I haven't asked you about anything yet. Alright, I can read people's minds. He's freaking out about that. But, like, also, you were so freaking out about us just, like, it's not like you had to ask anything. You didn't even really ask anything here. Well, this is just a normal conversation. And who are you? His fucking secretary or something? Alright, I'll prove it to you. Why do we need to do this? That's so weird. Let's try to guess some things about you. Okay, but yeah, we didn't hear any of this, but I guess he just knows because it was off panel. But you're the secretary, Inahiko Sorada, 34 years old, single, and spy of the Yamato Automobile Company. You sold the Suzuka Company's newest car design to them, didn't you? Is he thinking all of this right now? I guess if somebody was like, you can read your minds and you are this guy, then you would be thinking that. But also, none of this is like proof you're reading his mind. This is all just stuff you could find by just like, you know, a private eye, essentially. Shall I state the place and the person you've done this with? Again, this is all just private eye stuff, but, you know, how he reacts is very telling. And yeah, you want to work for me? This is a job. You can be a good spy, but alright, he's not going to be a spy. I see, you really can read my mind. Everyone's taking this so well. This is such a weird... I mean, this is definitely, like, you know, more of, like, a for kids manga than even the shoujo one was. And alright, yep, so just rest here as long as you want. Not like we're letting you stay here, but just rest. Okay, we're going to follow this guy? He's going to be an actual character that matters? Alright, to the Yamato Automobile Company. Tell him about being exposed. Alright, they're going to like, these fucking guys. They're definitely going to hire some people to go kill that kid. This fucking automobile company. That's true, actually, yeah, they didn't believe in him at all. They didn't believe in him one bit. So maybe he'll have to prove it. I know this didn't go quite as planned, but I could work here instead. No! You fucking dumb. You just got found out and everything. But, oh, are they going to pay him out? Okay, yeah. Here's your money. You can go home. He's pissed, but hey, at least they did that. These fucking eyes. Jesus Christ. But he's going to take some of their secrets now. Or, yeah, important documents. Alright. They just had the safe open. Just the door open, safe open. They were asking for it. They were asking for it. And okay, yeah, did he see him do it? Apparently. But, alright, now they're all after him as well. We're gonna have to go save that guy now or something? I don't know. Where are we going with all this? But yeah, this is a massive house. What a nice place to stay. Except for, you know. And yeah, it's not just because of a weak body that being here sucks, but, you know, the family life, the father only seems to care about his work. And, yep, now this guy's back. Hey, is the boss at home? I got something good I'd like to sell him. He's just flip-flopping as much as he can. And yeah, we can read your mind. We know exactly what's going on. And you're hiding a knife! Jesus, you're gonna threaten him if he refused to buy the documents? Yeah, this guy's the absolute worst. Get out of here! Yeah, that's what you say now, but what if the boss wants these? He'll get mad at you. And I've already learned what's in them anyway. Yeah, read your mind, don't need those papers. And now he's gonna brandish the knife on us. You should stop it for your own good. Know what you're gonna do. We're gonna read your every move. And behind you. Behind you. Behind you. And yeah, all we have to do is like, right on the wrist. Step on it. What are you gonna do now, bitch? Get out of here. God, and I like that he's not beating him up. He's not even turning him to the authorities. He's just like, you are pathetic. Get out of here. And now, these guys as well. Okay, they saw all that, so now they might forgive him. See, it's exactly as I said. I do like this, though. It's not a typical story structure you see. This is so weird, but, you know, I like that. And alright, now they got a whole fucking bunch of men to go after us. Holy shit. Yeah, we want you to go after a kid. A child. Yeah, I like the reflection in his glass is dope. Alright, the seasons have changed. It's now snowing. They were like, you can rest here as long as you want. And he's like, I guess I'm living here now. And you're just wandering around aimlessly every day. And yeah, isn't there any job I could do? Yeah, the dad offered you one. And okay, so now you can go to the servants for help. But this is like my favorite kind of shoujo dynamic where, like you have a meet cute and then they're just living together because of a circumstance, like out of the blue, suddenly. I just love that dynamic. And yeah, the service is like, no, that's our job. We're not going to let someone else help with our job. I'd be really grateful. And have I mentioned how good you look today? I guess I can let you do something this once. He is a charmer. I love how differently his face is, too. It's so, so much more boyish. Alright, going on a buy-in errand. And try not to let Madam catch you. Oops! And alright, so she likes us here. Ever since you came here, my daughter seems so full of energy. Already done more than enough for us. Please don't worry about it. You can stay with us as long as you want. But how about just this one time? And she's I love this dynamic. I love that she's actually really nice and sweet. It's really just the father that, is a pain. But, and she's like, oh, what a nice boy. And, he doesn't feel gold at all. His body just keeps changing. But, like, the tone of this is so, like, there's stuff like this to try and pull in your heartstrings a little bit, but it's just so, nice and chill and, not a big deal. And the car speeding up behind him. Oh, danger. His fucking spidey sense. Leap right over the car. Now they all get out after him. I love doing this in the snow. But okay, he's just gonna run away. And now we're in like a construction yard. Then they got guns as well with silencers. Just gotta get away from these guys. This is not one you want to fuck around with. Yep, they got you right in the arm. Like, you may be fast, but you don't have super speed or anything. And now you're fully surrounded. Like, yeah, it's the one thing to go up against amateur thugs, with fisticuffs. But going with guys with guns, it's a different story. Pointed right at you. Those eyes. But what's going? Oh, do we have like telekinesis as well? Yep. Make them all point at each other. Oh, I like that effect. I like that effect for him using telekinesis. Cool. And then okay, now he's making all these giant fucking. What are these used for, by the way? What the fuck are these used for? Like, growing up as a kid, these were like in the woods all the time. Just like a pipe like this in the middle of the woods, kind of like going through like a small hill or whatever, I guess to let a stream continue through or something. But like, why? Why go through all that effort to put something like this in the middle of the woods to like artificially make a stream carry through for no real reason? It's like a creek. I wouldn't even say a river, a creek, What is the point of that? I feel like that's the most often place I've ever seen them, or really the only place I've ever seen them, and the only other place I've seen them would be like at a construction yard. And I don't think, like, maybe these are the same things that are used for like the actual like sewers, but they seem too small. And like, even like when a like lake has a sort of like a man-made lake sometimes will have a little concrete thing sticking out of it, and you can climb down in it, and then there's a pipe that connects out like way somewhere else. I don't know what that's for either. I have no idea what the fuck those are for. What is any of that for? If anybody knows, even a guess as to what that shit's for. And again, I don't think this is what is used in sewers. Maybe it is, but yeah, I feel like more so often, I you know, those are the two places I've seen them. But I live more in a rural area, so maybe, like, you know, I don't know, what the fuck are these used for? Because I feel like you see these in, like, city construction sites, too. Like, you know, you see this shit in, like, New York. So, like, I suppose it has to just be sewer pipes, but I just assumed they were much, much, much bigger and also, like, square and, like, built out completely and not just, like, a tube. But maybe it is just a tube. But, yeah, he's got some strong telekinesis if he can move these fucking things. Because these weigh an absurd amount, I would imagine. Like, this is probably heavier than a car. And yet he can, like, telekinesis this and fucking all of them at once. Crazy work. Crazy, crazy work. But okay, still got blood. It's just immediately blood. The transfusion. That girl and her mother. UFO. Sudden changes. Alright, it's all clicked on suddenly. And alright, now he told her about it. Yep. I believe your body becomes stronger thanks to it. Okay, so we're just okay. What the pacing of the story is crazy. Okay, we gave her blood. We just told her about our blood, made us into a mutant. I'm not sure if we said exactly that, but just like take my blood, put it back into you, and now you're gonna be super strong as well. You're gonna be a mutant as well. And all right, yeah, feels like my body keeps getting stronger and stronger. You should be able to read my thoughts. I can. I really can do that. What? Wow. This is not what I was expecting at all. And again, I'm loving that in like a shoujo aspect and a romance aspect. Ooh, love that. God, what a fucking connection. Mari, we're part of a new human race. I bet there'll be more of us in the future. Our world will enter a new age. So, could you please let us examine your body? No. Shoots daggers at him. Oh, he can actually fucking mind erase them as well. Jesus Christ, he can do the big boop boop boop. Damn, that's scary. That is scary. But God, loving these two together. Holy shit. What a immediate, like, romance. We are 30 pages in. Oh, and then they walk off into the snow together until the ground fades away. And it's nothing but them and the snowflakes. That was the end of that chapter. Oh, excellent, excellent beginning. So weird. The story structure is crazy. I've seen it, but I love that. I love when it's like, you know, I'm not used to it, so it's really shocking, but like it's so unique of how he's telling a story. Ishinomori, I mean, every, you know, Cyborg 009 as well. It's just like, you know, how it like starts and everything like that. So untypical. But I'm loving Ishinomori's storytelling, you know, storytelling style. It's so unique, so like, you know, not even anybody like modern days trying to like copy it really. And Plan X, now you know we are in the mid 60s. That is the most fucking mid 60s ass title, Plan X. And I assume these are the plans all behind him as he's sensing the information. Oh, okay, straight off. Here it is, Plan X. It's a fucking Acme. It's a goddamn Acme device. Okay, what is this fucking thing? An engine or something? It's got 14 nozzles. Where do we even start? So, fuel tank here. Liquid fuel gets pumped in there. Spare fuel tank. It's got turbines. It's got a pump. It's got a combustion chamber. Here's the nozzles. Some valves on it. Gas production system for the turbines. But, I mean, what is it? Just a weapon, it seems like? Or is this a engine? I'm not really sure. Well, if this is the dad looking at it, then I assume, yeah, it's like an engine for a car or something like that. Rocket engine. Oh, okay. That's the new rocket engine I came up with. You just came up with it. It's different from the ones used now. I believe it could reach the speed of light. How the fuck did you? You just got like super intelligence now too? I just came up with it to kill some time, but then you showed it to him. Mm-hmm. But everything we create, even for the sake of peace, ends up as a weapon for war. You really shouldn't have shown it to the dad. You really should not have shown it to him. Yeah, why are you showing me this? You're the owner of the best automobile company in the East. I thought it would interest you. But now I wonder if it was the right decision. Yeah, it was not. It was not. Now you can read his thoughts and he knows. Oh, I heard Sabu came to visit us. Okay, he's not living here anymore, apparently. Alright, yeah, he's leaving and going out on a date. But he's going to take that information. Yeah, want that Plan X. Him calling it Plan X too is so funny. Again, it's very, as he said, he's just doing it for fun. The fact that, like, just for fun, he's coming up with, like, a sci-fi concept, like, plenty of people do it this time, but it's actually real and would work. You know, it's just interesting. Oh, he's got a job at the garages. Okay, learned a lot about machines and such. I don't know, you seem like you learned a lot. And now he's got, the telepathy. Now you try moving it. Because his powers are a little bit greater than hers. He's had his a little bit longer. So yeah, she can read thoughts and stuff like that, but she can't. She doesn't have the telekinesis yet. Yeah, telepathy is all I can use, not the telekinesis. But yeah, it should be the same for both of us. Why can he do it, but she can't? Maybe it works differently for men and women. Like, yeah, maybe she's got stronger telepathy or something. Okay, going back to the past thing as well. Many, many, many years ago, when humans still resembled beasts. And yeah, hiding away, the saber-toothed tigers fighting the woolly mammoths. They didn't know words, so instead they used telepathy to convey their will to others. However, when they created languages, they lost its ability in the process. This image too. The dog got like plugs in its ears. Even now, sometimes children with this ability in their genes are born upon this world. However, it happens once per million births, so you could say it's almost impossible, or at least a theory that exists. It's like a guy given a theory? With like beakers and open containers? But is it really true? Sabu and Mari can use this ability? When their blood, influenced by a strange radiation, mixed together during the transfusions, this ability came back to them. I thought we were going to be explaining, like, yeah, that was just a recap. I read all that because I thought we were getting into, like, are we explaining, like, a difference between, like, man and woman sort of, abilities here? But nope, just a recap. Alright, and now, the dad, covered in shadow, hiring a bunch of spies. Basically the same kind of spies we saw last time. There's just a bunch of spies for hire. I mean, it's the mid-60s. That's probably the most lucrative career you could have in fiction. I mean, honestly, in real life, there's probably a lot of lucrative spy shit going on as well, but maybe not as lucrative as it seems in fiction, where there's just armies of these guys everywhere. And yeah, don't hurt her. She's a precious hostage after all. You are going after your daughter. After your fucking daughter. Great transition here. The smoke from the cigar becoming the exhaust. And she's by herself now. Does she have a job as well, or is she just out in town doing errands? And again, second time, we opened this series with her getting kidnapped, and now the dad is kidnapping her. And boom, off again. And now, the vapors from the car transitioning into the, I don't know what you would call this, just vapors in the night, but I don't know what exactly it is of. Then to headlights. Pulling up to the house. Yeah, her own house. Pulling up to her own house. Or, okay, never mind. This is the parents just coming home. It's not that same car. This is the mom coming home. And yeah, the dad. I bet you... I don't believe that you're not behind this. I don't believe you're not behind this. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to, like, see the other guy. Oh, we'll have to wait to the end of the chapter before I really don't judge you. Like, why would it be anybody but you? But he's acting pretty convincing. Yeah, okay. So I think he's acting, he's just doing all this to pretend so that way it's going to, they want the Plan X. Oh no, Sabu, my daughter's kidnapped. We need Plan X to get her back. And get Sabu from your company. So, okay, he's working in that garage. Like, I didn't think about that, but yeah, he's working in the, in this guy's garage, the dad's garage. And dear, great panel here. And yeah, okay. And that's how it went, Sabu. But if he can read his mind, he would know that he kidnapped her or something, right? So, how does this work? Yeah, how would they even know about it? You and me, the only ones that should know about it. Read his mind. I have no idea. I really don't know what's going on. Okay, I know. I've been reading your thoughts at the beginning of this conversation. Your thoughts are overflowing with concerns for Mari. But okay, maybe it is just genuine concern for Mari. Like, he's like, well, I gotta just have her actually kidnapped in a way that would, put her in danger, so those thoughts can override, my thoughts of planning this. But yeah, I should be able to exchange my thoughts with Mari at any time. But I can't feel her right now. Everything feels dark and murky. And yeah, he's freaking out. But again, this could just be he put himself in the situation. Again, I can't believe we read multiple 60s series that have done this thing of like, alright, we've kidnapped somebody, we're gonna make the exchange for the money at a fucking volcano crater, or the top of Mount Fuji, or something like that, just in the most absurd location you can possibly fucking imagine. Again, too, the Mount Fuji thing, this is at 1 p.m. in the middle of the day. Alright, let's just walk our way up Mount Asama. This one I felt like we could have used a helicopter for. I'm not sure if you can from Mount Fuji. Can you helicopter to the top of Mount Fuji? Surely you can, right? Like, if there was like a, terrible situation or whatever, I mean, imagine, obviously there's helicopters that can, that are, for rescue and stuff like that, but like, could you like book a helicopter if, like my daughter's being held ransom and you're contacting the police talking about it instead of having to hike up the entire fucking mountain? I don't know, I feel like they would. But, yeah, some people here. Yeah, this seems like a pretty casual mountain. And we got some guy going around here collecting all the trash. That's nice. Very nice. Is this guy proposing? I can't tell what he's doing there. I'm not sure. But, like, what is he? Are we, like, looking for, like, this guy's definitely in disguise, right? I don't know. Maybe not. Wait, is that? Oh, that looked like the dad for a second. I thought that was the dad. But no, I don't know what the scene is. I don't know what we're looking at. People are just kind of hanging out here. This guy's just smoking. He's got a big old fucking petticoat on, too. This does not feel like the kind of people who are, like, hiking a volcano. Okay, we got 500 policemen in wait. Jesus Christ. And okay, yeah, there's a helicopter. Is that them? Yep, didn't think they would come from air. Yeah, we didn't come from air. They came from air. That seems a lot more risky. And okay, they're just going to drop it down. They're not actually going to land. I see. Are we going like this way, or are we going all the way down this way, then this way? I don't know. We'll have to see. So yeah, I think it's boom, 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 boom. I think that's it. And then yeah, so then just drops her. Whew, Jesus Christ! What did the dad work with them? I don't know. And like, yeah, we exchanged the money. They drop her. And okay, it was just a doll. Just a fucking mannequin. Motherfucker. Ah, we still got her! Okay, yeah, once they know that we didn't give them a fake plan. Okay, I see. Pretty smart of them. But we got some insane leaping. Yeah, insane leaping ability. Alright. And yeah, they know we're a monster. We got the, like, we got our reputation precedes us already. But, oh, they slammed us against the rocks. Threw us off. Now, yeah, we're in the fucking volcano now. We managed to barely just get out. Great, now back at the house. Yep. Alright, they want to return Mari to us. We need to go to the Ueno Park. Okay. So yeah, I do appreciate they're just going to return her to us, though. Like, once they saw the plans are real, like, okay, we will give you her back. But yeah, where's Ueno Park? I'm not sure. It just sounds like a normal park. They're pretty suspicious of it as well. But, okay, nope, this guy was working for them, and so he's turned the, not really limousine, but the, I don't know, it's just their, what would you call the car that someone is chauffeuring? Is there a word for that? I'm not sure, but their driver's car, was, taken over, or they just replaced it with another car entirely. And, okay, that's just straight up chloroform. He's just wearing a gas mask. I see, yeah, you can even see it there. He's fumbling, put it in on. Alright, and he made everybody else pass out nearby as well. It's just leaking out of the car. But okay, is he going to take us to Ueno Park, or is he taking us somewhere else? I guess, yeah, the Ueno Park thing was just complete, red herring. And we've been taken to a snowy cabin in the middle of a mountain, assumingly, because it's so, snowy. Okay, what a fucking design. He's got, like, big tufts of hair coming out his ears, but then he's also, like, completely bald. But he does have, like, is that, like, a mink coat, actually? Like, a collar thing? It's like a scarf, I guess. Like, it's like a mink scarf. It doesn't look like it's attached to a coat in any way. Could just be a scarf, but nope. Oh my god, that is just still coming out of your ears. That's just all ear hair. This is all ear. You got fucking pigtails of ear hair. Oh my god. That's like a One Piece character design. That's like fucking Gold Roger with a fucking nose hair mustache. That is so... I love it. I love it. He's got one tooth, no pupils. What the fuck is this guy? But I'm starting to believe that the dad is not involved with this in any way. I'm starting to believe that, actually. Oh my god. Right as I said that. Oh ho ho. Still under hypnosis, sir? Yeah, so oh my god, I gotta give this guy props for a good plan. Evil dude, but man, I gotta give him props to go this far to get this plan and do all this shit with your daughter. So he planned all this out, hypnotize me to not remember any of it, so that way he can't read my mind. And that introduces a whole new aspect of the series. You know, by the nature of this stuff, you know, by the nature of how comics work at this time, you know, probably this is not going to come back up as like a typical thing. But it really depends, you know. Sometimes you're reading old comics from the 60s and you're like, you know, oh, surely this is going to be a one-off thing, and that just becomes a thing that the hero has to deal with constantly. Like, you know, in something very silly like, oh, hypnotism is my weakness because I can read minds. So it might be a big reoccurring thing, or it might just go away. Okay, it's not him that did the hypnotism, it was somebody else. I just kind of expected it would have been him. But go back in your mind. Remember your plan, recall it. Okay, yeah, this guy does look like an actual hypnotist. His fucking mouth, his butthole mouth. I'm loving these character designs there. So Ishinomori is just already like, you know, I'm such a sucker for just super goofy character designs like this. You know, I would definitely put him up there with like Goda Guy as well, and like Oda from One Piece. Bleach has like some of the best character designs in terms of cool looking people, but my sweet spot is insane goofy looking people, and I would say like Goda Guy, Eiichiro Oda, and Ishinomori are definitely like my top 3 currently. Oh, and yeah, I love that. Like, as the memory is being reverted back, he can, like, you know, Sabu is able to pick up on it as the memories are coming back to him. That's so cool to see it happen in real time. And his dad so quickly switched. He's not like, oh no, I can't believe, you know, this was not supposed to be a plan. You were not supposed to realize this. Why is the bad guy doing this to me? You know, I really would have thought he would have been regretting this, but he's just like, oh, you understand now, Sabu? Yeah, I want the Plan X that badly. Dude, I mean, not even I want it that badly, I just really want that Plan X of yours. He's just so cold about it. Jesus Christ. This guy is so... Are we gonna kill this dad or something? We'll put this dad in jail. We're not gonna kill him, but like, my god, this guy's the fucking worst. He almost got his daughter killed. He almost deserves to die. And okay, yeah, I got tired of being used by you. No, you're staying capture too. You fucking idiot. But this might be, you know, a thing where they're trying to, like, you know, this would not really work. I mean, this might work in modern day as well, but, like, you know, just immediately trying to, like, empathize him just by, oh, this guy's fucking him over, so maybe now, you know, we don't have to put him in jail because he'll have learned his lesson or something. And yeah, now he's trying to tell all the other guys, like, oh, get that traitor. Nope, they're gonna get you. Oh, you better look behind you. Okay, no, they actually were going to attack him, but this guy's just got a bunch of robots with nipple guns to just instantly take him out. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Now, why is this guy the only one that only shot out one of his nipple guns? What is this angle? He is like limboing so hard, and he's got like his knee right in his crotch. Oh my god. Your obedient dog has finally bitten your hand, hasn't he? Only a bite is not enough for me. I shall take your life. And he like moves back and just falls flat in his face. Oh, but okay, Sabu just breaks out of them with like telekinesis. Maybe it doesn't look like he did a arm thing, or else his arms would have been more extended. It seems like he just telekinesis has ripped the chains off. And then, all right, she's gonna beat these robots to death. Oh, and they had roller skates too. Adorable. And yeah, now we move it around, use its nipple guns to pew pew pew, shoot the other ones. Now you gotta get the fuck out of there, you mad scientist. Okay, and we go in, and it's another one of these glass, you know, glass coma-like devices, whatever the fuck you want to call these, the sleeping beauty machines. Okay, he's just gonna freeze her in there. Jesus Christ. And alright, throws the switch. What the fuck? It just electrocutes him instead? What'd he do? Everything we create, even for the sake of peace, always ends up as a weapon of war. Oh, I thought you were going to explain how he got electrocuted. Like, yeah, that's a good sentiment. I like that, thematically. Ending it again, and tearing it up so nobody can get it again. But, why did he get electrocuted? What the hell happened there? Like, again, he did something here, but... Well, I guess, yeah, he was going to press the button, but instead of pressing the button, Sabu, you know, telekinesis his hand on the switch to throw the switch, which overloaded the machine, which blew him up. I guess that's what happened. I don't know why he had a switch that would overload the machine, but I mean, classic mad scientist thing. You have a switch where it's like, well, you should put it in like the halfway position, because any more than that, and it's gonna blow the whole fucking thing up. We've seen that in so many of the Mecha series already. But yeah, this one was a fun one. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have some like anthology, different sort of tales for each chapter, I assume, and then you'll just be like lightly connected. But yeah, interesting. Very, very, again, I just keep repeating myself, but very mid-60s, very, like, he's not quite like a hero, he's just sort of like a guy with some powers that gets involved with shit. But yeah, the dad's gonna have no repercussions, and we're just gonna immediately go back to normal. No repercussions for this father kidnapping his fucking daughter for a goddamn war fucking, like, well, he was definitely gonna use it for war. But okay, on to the next chapter. Now on to Secret Investigator number 0. And it looks like another spy thing here again. It's probably going to be all what this thing is. Just a bunch of spy stuff. A bunch of like corporate spy stuff as well. It's not even... I mean, I guess the guy was like a mad scientist. He wanted to sell it to another world. So I guess he was kind of Factor 3E. But also this came out in the Shonen Sunday Special Edition. First one, Birth, was also in that one. So like the first chapter was that, then Blueprint X was in the normal Shonen Sunday. This one's in Shonen Sunday Special Edition. So, just to say, this is going to be a little bit of a longer chapter and a little bit more special one. I mean, a little bit more special one. But, this is, it's so weird that some of these 60s manga does this at the time where, so went to like Sabu 009 as well. Plenty of other stuff like Astro Boy and a lot of stuff we're reading. 50s, 60s, it's serialized, like, it is serialized, but it is between, like, you have to be getting the special editions as well. I mean, comics did this at the time, too. Nowadays, you have the concept of, like, the annuals don't count, The annuals are, like, a separate sort of thing, and they're talking about, like, Western comics and stuff like that. And, of course, they do count, but it's a thing where people just say the annuals don't count. But, at this time, in the 50s and 60s, both in manga and Western comics, the annuals did count. The annuals were an expected thing you were supposed to read. They did take place in between the chapters that were coming out normally. So, like, yeah, it's just fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. My favorite, by the way, my favorite annual from the 60s, just because I'm never going to get a chance to talk about it, was the Fantastic Four annual, where at the end of one issue, they are teleporting to another place via a character. And then the annual takes place in between that teleportation. So, like, they're meaning to teleport to place A, I'll say the Inhumans place, they're meaning to teleport to the Inhumans, but instead, the teleportation goes wrong, and they end up somewhere else for the annual, and at the end of the annual, they teleport again, and then so, you can read the chapters normally, and the annual doesn't, you don't have to read the annual, but they do kind of, like, talk about it a little bit, but either way, I like that, like, cleanness. That was probably the best, like, special edition annual, taking place, but also being its own special thing that I've seen from this time period. Ooh, another, like, classic Ishinori page, which is a big splash page, either, like, starting or ending a story, and here we got a plane coming through, some snowy mountain caps, white skies, and it's a gunner. It's got guns on it, and it's after Sabu. Okay. Also, just the outfit Sabu's wearing too, which is wearing the big ass like pea coat or whatever the fuck that's called, looking a lot like Shotaro from Tetsujin. But what the hell's going on? And again, Ishinomori is also a big fan of starting a media res and then making us figure it out later. But and they're just gonna drop a grenade, just a hand grenade on him. Just a hand grenade. Now see, that's one where it's like, you would probably want to run while telekinesing it away. I mean, especially because, I mean, I'm surprised you can't just telekinesis these fucking planes out of the sky with the amount of telekinesis you're able to use on those concrete pipes, all of them at once. But, and once again, there's one thing Ishinomori cannot draw. It's explosions. He's so bad at it. But it's endearing that he does have something he's bad at. I mean, action in general, he's not good at. I've said that plenty of times. I do imagine his action will just get better over time. But okay, he's biding his time, waiting for the right moment. Then kicks off the ground. Oh no, I thought he was going to leap into the air. But no, he's just still running away. I'm not sure what he said now for. To make them both crash into each other. Perfect. Boom! There we go. Nice, nice, nice. But some men are still on the ground here, being surrounded with guns again. And they've got somebody. Is that Mari? I can't tell if that's Mari or not. Yeah, it looks like her. Alright, and then they shoot. See the flashes of the muzzles in her eyes. Pew, 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 pew. But then, everything started yesterday. Fading back in. So, I meet some old guy by the road who's got a bad back. Or his hip, rather. Okay, so just take me to an inn. Alright. Suffer from constant neuralgia. What is that? That's what that is? Okay. Neuralgia is like when a nerve is damaged, which I actually have the same sort of thing. This nerve, because right along here, is damaged. And, so, okay, that's what that is. I didn't know there was a name for that. I've always just said, you know, damaged nerve. But I'm glad I got a name for it now. But I assume his is, like, in the hip, rather? Because, you know, that was showing just, like, the facial sort of stuff. But yeah, so... And I imagine also the facial pain's just a lot... well, not I imagine. It is bad. But the hip might be... You know, yeah, just interesting. But yeah, you can damage nerves anywhere, so. But okay, brought him to the inn. Yeah, just the hip bothering me again. Alright. Hope you won't mind me taking, oh no, he's talking to us. I thought he might have been talking to us. Like, wait, is this your son who runs the inn? But no, he's talking to us. Oh, I can't read his mind at all. Huh. Are you really an old man? And okay, brings in here is Maria, or is this the girl like that was from the start and she wasn't Maria? And then he just hops off us. What? Yeah, he lied to us. What? You just wanted us to carry you here, or is this a trap? Okay, I'm sorry for deceiving you. I had to. We're secret investigators. We work for the Japanese government. How were you able to lie to us and not, you know, like have us read your mind? How the hell did that work? Okay, heard about us from Plan X. God, I just love Ishinomori faces. The faces themselves are great, but also the facial expressions are just like, I'm just such a fan of them. Such a fan. And so he wants us to have 2 jobs here. And also, I like that this guy is like, you know, he's got some like longer hair here. It's so crazy to say this is longer hair, but we're in the mid-60s, okay? This guy's got longerish hair. He's got sideburns. You know, that's actually very interesting for, like, he was in, did he say exactly what, just like we work for the Japanese government, secret investigators. So, like, yeah, I imagine it's a similar sort of thing to, like, an FBI sort of thing. But yeah, having an FBI agent who's got, like, you know, hair that you would see very typically in the 70s, but right now, very rare. And he's got sideburns, which is even more rare. Just, yeah, I mean, interesting. Very interesting to note. And so he's saying, yeah, 2 jobs, and you won't refuse us, because one of these jobs includes handing over a microfilm. Love some microfilm shit, with secret documents important to this country's future, to a certain person in a certain place. Okay, very vague. And the second one is protecting this lovely lady here from any danger. So she is the daughter of the important person, then. So I was already like, I can't do 2 things at once. This is basically, you know, you could do 2 of these things at once. Come on. But okay, this girl here is one of the secret agents. And the microfilm was cut in 2. I'll give half of it to you and half of it to her. Okay, cool. God, microfilm is just so fucking cool. It's just like, it's exactly what you want out of the spy. I mean, like, you know, so much real shit in the 60s in terms of like the technology and stuff like that. Like microfilm, transistors, you know, all this like miniaturization of stuff suddenly really adds to, you know, the spy stuff so much. And like, you know, the more you go modern, you know, I always appreciate spy stuff that is, you know, as modern as it can be. You know, I always like stuff that is using, you know, just real technology and maybe even just like a little bit ahead, you know, just slightly ahead of what we got. But, you know, the 60s technology was just like, it lended itself so easily to it. It's just amazing. I mean, I think also, like, you know, once we reached the digital age, that was also, like, a huge boom in spy stuff with the amount of, like, cameras that you can hack into and, you know, all that sort of shit. I mean, just hacking in general. Just, I mean, that's a whole separate, there's a lot of, you know, bad shit you could do with it, too. Just as, like, you know, Iron Man, nobody fucking understands what the hell transistors are. But still, you know, the technology just naturally lends itself to it in the same way that hacking naturally lends itself to it. So, okay, Secret Agent number 7. So are we Secret Agent number 0, or are we going to give this thing to Secret Agent number 0? Or are you Secret Agent number 0? I doubt that. So why can't I just go alone? Because you gotta protect this girl. I believe this kind of mission should go smoother, the 2 of you. Okay, Okay, so not saying like, okay, she's a super important person. I mean, we are saying she's just a secret agent, but I do think she is important to the person we're going to give the film to, but could be completely wrong. And yeah, the information in this microfilm, it might be harmful to a certain country. Japan, I would assume. We believe their spies might try to get it. Oh, okay, maybe not. So it's another, it's like, you know, we got some dirt on another country. Alright, show me the proof that you work for the Japanese government. This fucking perspective. Show me proof you work for the Japanese government. Okay, straight up, call the Prime Minister. I believe the Prime Minister's words should be sufficient proof of my identity. I mean, I guess he can read. Can you read minds through the telephone? Actually, I don't know. And the fact that we can't, is it just like training that we can't read your mind? Because that, again, opens the door to a lot of stuff if you can train to not have your mind read. But alright, so it's going to be us. From now on, you'll be Special Secret Investigator number 0. And now, pew pew pew, back to that day. The next day we departed from the Haneda airport. And like, yeah, we're getting just like, we're not actually going right back to that moment, but we're reminding us of the future with the pew pew pews. But it's like, but hold on, we're not there yet, we're not there yet. Like, we transition from this back to that moment where they shot the guns, but then we transition back again to the flashback. God, so cool. So cool. Just observing the clouds. I really like them. If you observe them closely, you notice how fast their shapes change. They're never still, and they seem so elusive. Talking, you know, metaphorically about us as well. I mean, also just like, you know, talking about the clouds, talking about Sabu, talking about, you know, this new mutant gene, but also just talking about humans in general. And just like you jump from one place to another. But yeah, I didn't even think to connect it to her. You're a double agent, are you not? I mean, if we can read her mind, but I assumed we wouldn't be able to read anybody that works here's mind. But, and okay, so it's not a mind reading thing. He's just like, you can't deceive my eyes. I can just tell. How many of your allies are on board right now? Well, you don't need to say it out loud. Should I point out all 4 of them to you? Okay, is this just deduction, or did you read her mind? It seems like just deduction. So bam, 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 and flight attendant as well. Yep, stewardess as well. She's got cute freckles. How could she be an enemy? Yep, got it all right. Her face is such a curvy nose and so far down, too. I'll have both, but without a side order of drugs, please. It startles everybody. Oh, I'm so very sorry. Uh-huh. You're gonna try and play this off. But yeah, you guys, I assume, aren't, you know, he can read your minds. I don't know. I don't know whose mind he's reading right now, if any. Okay, so he's definitely reading their minds now. So, like, he can read their minds. I'm not sure if he can read her mind or the other. I mean, definitely can't read the other guys, but. And now I'm going to the toilet. Uh-huh. Well, then let me take care of your microfilm, the one you got inside that bag, hidden inside your lipstick. Okay, yeah, so also they were hiding it from each other. They wouldn't know where each one was, but. Again, can he read her mind then? I think he's just reading her mind and pretending this is deduction or something. And alright, yeah. I love that she's just like, well, what are we going to do? So I'll hand it over to you. And he's like, alright, thank you. Yeah, go talk with your colleagues. Go try and, you know, scoundrel something up to be able to fight me. But, you know, you won't be able to. And yeah, they think she's a traitor. Good luck. And now going back to her seat. Seems they're getting more and more suspicious. How about giving up and helping out me then? This is such a funny dynamic. We just let them all know we know, and they're just like, well, shit, what are we gonna do? It's a fucking mutant. And okay, we got off the plane, all smooth sailing. And we're getting to a taxi, who's another one of the agents here. And we got everybody following us. 3 cars. Okay, she had a gun! I've already taken the bullets away! But okay, too bad I had the power to move objects without using my hands. Okay, so he just unloaded it with telekinesis. So he's got strength and he's got precision. To be able to unload a gun, take out the magazine, empty each of the bullets, like that's really difficult to do with telekinesis. And then also take the bullet out of the chamber. That's a lot. Okay, what the hell just happened? I'm not sure what he's saying that's dangerous stop to, but either way we got hit by a car. Like, was he driving on the wrong side of the road or something? I don't know. How did this happen? Looks like that car's driving on the wrong side of the road. Or, I don't know. I'm not sure how this happened, but either way, we got hit by a fucking semi. And just barely on the edge of the cliff. Oh my god, yeah. Didn't see the full page there. God damn, just barely hanging on. Oh, I love the tire just rolling down, and as it falls, we see where we are, and we snap, and we fall too, but we kick off the wall, really quick save, and then hop down. Nice. And yeah, okay, so that's what was going on. Yeah, her comrades just slammed into her. And whoa, gasoline caught fire, ruh-roh. Not good. Get out of there. The poor agent who drove us here. He was an enemy agent. But, you know, Sabu does not like to see anybody die. Oh shit, and they just shooting at us. Shot right by us there. Smack! For the sound of a... I guess, like, you know... I would use, like, thunk, though, or something. For, like, the sound of a bullet hitting, you know, rock. You know, smack, I completely understand. It does kind of make a smack sound, but, like... It doesn't quite get across it as easily. And, okay, free boat. Hell yeah. The SS whatever. Let's take the SS whatever and get out of here. That's good, that's good. Oh my god, they're fucking got a bunch of ass boats too. Jesus Christ. And wait. What the hell? So we just got a bunch of gasoline barrels? Why the fuck does this random ass boat? This is like a little tiny boat. But yeah, it's just full of gasoline barrels. Why? Where did it get them? It doesn't seem this is an oil place, or was it for to like fuel up? I don't know. Can you just fuel up like that? How? I would assume. I don't know how you fuel a boat up. I assume, you know, with a gasoline canister. But do you have to do it like, you know, on a pier? Like, is it something that's on the side of the boat, or can you get to it via the boat? You assume you would be able to fill it up on the boat itself. That seems crazy if you had to be off the boat, like in the water to fill it up or something, or on the pier. But either way, we just got a bunch of barrels of gasoline for some fucking reason. So, just dump them into the water, and then set them on fire. Alright, nice. Shoot them up, and then now we got a big old sea of flame to protect us. Hell yeah. And now, back to... Then we set for our destination, and thankfully nothing happened until we reached the Daisetsu Mountains. So, now... again, like, this is not transitioning back to the pew-pew-pew, this is transitioning back to the rat-a-tat-tat of the plane as it was firing upon us. And, oh, okay, got her in the leg. Can't run. And damn, he did just have to, like, let her go for a second. But, then that's when we're going to do all the stuff that we saw at the beginning of the chapter. And yeah, so that's why you left her for a second to go deal with the planes, and you dealt with the planes, but then the guys on feet caught up, and they captured her. So then now, we're at the moment where we left off with the pew-pew-pew, but yeah, he just telekinesis their guns up, of course, I forgot about that, but yeah, easy peasy. Just fire off into the sky until they got no more ammo left. Yeah, until you run out of bullets. Pew 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 pew. And now, nothing left. Oh, an avalanche maybe. Yep, avalanche from all that gunfire. Just shoot the avalanche. Alright, I'll cave in, but her as well. She's gonna get hit too. Not good. This is not... I appreciate what he was trying to do. But man, that looks terrible. Now they're all buried deep. Now we gotta find her, but hopefully we can listen for her heartbeat or something. Seems like something he was able to do before. But some more guys come here, and were you a double agent too? Yeah. Hello there, Agent Zero, or Agent O, I guess. Yeah, Agent Zero would probably be more like, but it looks like an O. I can't tell if it's supposed to be Agent Zero or Agent. It would be number 0. So yeah, I think this is just, you know, accidental. But yeah, so okay, so for England, that was the country, that was a certain country, and so the Prime Minister, how did you contact him, or was that just not even the Prime Minister? Was that just some Japanese guy? Oh, wait, are you? Wait, you're working with us? Okay, never mind. You're not a bad guy. I mean, yeah, he was stepping on the guy's head, but I assumed that was just because he was an asshole or something. But the hello there, I assumed. But that would also explain a lot about his hair and why it seems like he's got, like, you know, lighter colored hair. I assume, like, light brown and stuff like that. But yeah, so if he is, you know, he's also got, like, a kind of foreigner kind of face, So there were 2 reasons why I assigned you this job. What is it? First one, obviously, was that we wanted this microphone delivered to a certain person. Besides that, I wanted you to crush the other country's ring of spies. Okay. That's why I assigned you to this job together with Agent 7, because we knew she was one of them. So yeah, he just knew she was a double agent from the start. So our aim was to make her inform them about you so they'd target you. Okay, makes sense. And then, yeah, who are we delivering this microfilm to then? Oh, it's already been taken care of. The microfilm I gave you was a fake one. We used another route to deliver the real deal. Okay, I see. Yeah, used us as just bait. Just manipulated and deceived. Come on. And that's what we do. Spies, that is. But yeah, it worked. I mean, it worked. And yeah. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't read your mind. So, okay, so the hair was a fucking wig, and it had a little thing in it to prevent it. I was going to say it was his initial wig, but then the fact that he still couldn't read his mind, I was like, well, it couldn't be that. But, nope, this was a wig. Okay. He came up with it himself when I decided to use it when I decided to use you. I don't know how you would even test something like that. I mean, I guess if he's working with a government, maybe they know of other telepaths or something, but just nothing as strong as Sabu. Yeah, maybe from now on we could work together. No, you manipulated us. Fuck off. And yeah, I've already read your thoughts. You want to make me an official special agent? I refuse. Use people like pawns. Your ways, your world is beyond my understanding. We can do this on our own. We don't need to work with you. Goodbye, Agent 7. We didn't even get to see Agent 7 again. But yeah, that was a nice special chapter. And Mutant Sabu. I like how its fonts, so like its title is just so basic, very basic. But it's also, it's got the same, thing that the shoujo one had, but like way more shonen-y. The shoujo one was a lot more bubbly and shoujo-like, and this one is a lot more just like, I wouldn't even say necessarily like shonen-like, but it's like, it's sharp, it's modern. It is, yeah. I mean, mutant, this is like a new thing, or anything like that. One, the term, is, I'm sure is new to Ishinomori, new to Japan, and just like Cyborg was. But also, it's cutting edge, it's whatever. And then this one is again very like, very robot-y kind of, very like not even robot-y, but just like very tokusatsu-esque is just like what I think of when I look at like this sort of thing. It's very stylized. Okay, next up is Beast Town. Looks like we got 0013 here on the cover. And man, the way Ishinomori draws the dogs, so, I don't want to say like Disney-like, it really is like more specifically Tezuka-like. Tezuka is, aping off of Disney, but still it's like there's a little bit of the removal there. Like this definitely feels like, Tezuka kind of animals. But okay, the Beast in Town is going to be a guy who controls beasts and everything like that. I'm definitely up for that. But before we get into that, I just wanted to show off some of the, like, covers here. Again, we got, like, the special Shonen Sunday edition versions. We got the normal Shonen Sunday edition versions. I can't find anything for the Shonen Sunday special edition. If anybody can find the covers of those or anything to do with that at all, I can't even find shit to do with it in general, aside from, like, on Japanese Wikipedia. But even then, it just sort of links to Weekly Shonen Sunday S, which is not the same thing, because that started in 78. So this doesn't even link to the correct thing, it seems like. I'm not sure. But either way, I can't quite find them. And I know that's what it's called in English as well, because I saw it in English Wikipedia. Either way, I can't seem to find it. But the Shonen Sunday, I assume is Weekly Shonen Sunday. This was the first chapter, and then, so like, this is a weekly thing, but it comes out monthly, so like, every like monthly issue it is. But like, so these two covers here, it's not actually on the cover. I think here we can see it. Here, no, is that Sabu? Maybe that is Sabu. But yeah, don't see it there. But it did start here. Mutant Sub. But yeah, so these covers, as you can see, we're in the era where it's like a lot of live action stuff going on, and we've read some other stuff around this time. This was a special issue as well. Like this is all for Shonen Sunday. I'm wondering if some of these are just the special issue. Like, I don't really know how that works, because look, like this is number 14, this is number 15, so this must be a special issue. So that must be what's going on with the other issues as well. I don't know exactly. But either way, I know this is a special one, because trying to look up this at all, this was like, on eBay a bunch, this one here. So this is definitely a special issue. And yeah, he's in there for that one. Anyway, just to show you guys some covers at the time, and like, let's look at what some of the magazines, or what some of the chapters running at this time was. So like Kyutaro, Iga no Kagemaru, Super Jetter, Usumatsu-kun. Yeah, there's one I know about, but I always like trying to, showcase what was going on at the time. This is the best cover we got, and it's got like a hole in it. Actually, I said that this one was for this chapter, but no, this one would have been for the last chapter we just read. Now, the chapter we're about to read, the Beast one, would have been this one right here, chapter 2, technically, because, we're not including the, the special edition ones. But, where is it even on here? Can we even, is it advertised in any way on here? I think right here, it doesn't even get, a picture or anything. And I think that's Mutant Sabu right there. Man, really getting the shit into the stick. But again, just kind of wanted to show some of the stuff going on around this time. Also, we have... Kamui Gaiden, Legend of Kamui, started in this magazine as well here. But okay, now onto the actual chapter. Ooh, this art. Dang. This is very impressive art for this chapter. God damn. But train, coming along. Okay, he's on the train. Dear Sabu, I'm sorry for suddenly asking for your help, but I need you to lend me your strength. I know this is so very sudden, but... Heard about your mysterious powers. There's a boy of strange powers in my town, too. Okay, so yeah, this is very similar to the 0013 thing as well, I imagine. If this guy's also got similar powers. Also the fact that, he was he matched up so well with 009. Oh, okay, damn. Big exposition panel here. His name is Gen. He can't write nor speak, but people say he can talk with animals. It seems he can control the beast just as easily as he controls his own body. And again, exact same sort of thing as 0013 as well, the controlling other things. Our town suffers from their attacks. After them, he and the beasts always run away up to the mountains. But even our hunters can't take care of them. Okay, this will be a fun one to do. And now, through a tunnel. God, the art's so good in this chapter. And yeah, is he just some random strange kid? Or a mutant just like me? Does he have a mutant ability that lets him telepathically communicate with animals? Alright, and I do everybody seems to be a little bit different. So now, to the mountain town, Yamanomachi. And there's the river village and valley village. It's so basic. Okay, so wait, I assume you guys aren't the ones who asked us. It seems like it was just a normal kind of person who asked us to come here, but we're famous enough to be welcomed in. You're the famous Master Sabu, aren't you? I just work as a repairman in an automobile company. Yeah, our job is so, so low compared to how famous we are. No need to be so humble. Yeesh, I'm the mayor of this lovely village. This here guy's my helper. So are you? Yeah, the truth is, I was the one who sent you that letter. Okay, you guys did send us. I'm very surprised. You just want to capture that Ken kid. You can't even say his name right. Oh, and then, yeah, a little handlebar to, hold on to because it's such, mountainous terrain. This is so goofy. But yeah, they don't have any real roads at all. They can't repair the... They're saying they don't have enough to repair the roads, but they don't even have a road, it looks like. But this is very fun. So, yeah, the animal attack came through. But yeah, he never attacks humans. He just, destroys stuff and I assume steals some food and stuff like that. Oh, but there is one person who got badly injured. Actually, I would like you to meet him now. Alright, well, what does this say? Seems to be like a restaurant or something like that. Some sort of food place. Some sort of small dish kind of place. But I can't get what the bottom, what this is. But I assume it's a name or something. But yeah, this is small dishes. So, yeah, small sort of restaurant. God, these butthole mouths. Butthole mouths and crosses for eyes. And a little swirly cheek. And a little circle nose. She's got just, what a face. What a face. Okay, so Chief of Police and Shurganda. Is his name Shur, or are you trying to say Sir? I don't know. I think she's just trying to, say Sir. This is the chief of the town's police, this guy. And here the owner of Murakami Trading, and probably the most influential man in the town, Mr. Ganda. And here we have Mutant Sabu. Don't just call us Mutant Sabu, you ass. Alright, the truth is, the man who got injured by Mr. Ganda here, or who got injured by Gen, was Mr. Ganda here. He doesn't look that injured. Yeah. So, I guess he's just, was he coming in to do that specifically? He doesn't normally hurt humans, but this guy's a bad guy or something? And yeah, he doesn't seem like he's from around here. If I knew, I'd spare me a lot of hardships. I don't really understand the kid. Keeps doing crazier and crazier things. He's a beast, I tell you. It's like his instinct tells him what to do. I won't get any sleep until you catch him. Yeah, interesting that you don't have an accent here. Yeah, you can even kill him. No, we're not going to kill. And yeah, the helper is fine with it as well. And the chief of police, he doesn't give a shit either. Okay, so he's gonna do the butt naked performance. Because we don't drink, let me do a performance. Okay, alright, buddy. But yeah, I don't like being called master. When I try to read their minds, I suddenly feel like puking. Their minds are so dark and filthy. And, what's going on in there? You butter them up first and then get Gen killed. Yeah. Pretty much, you know, they're not really hiding anything. Alright. And then the guy sends his animals back into town. And he goes with them. Damn, he's like riding the fucking bears. This fucking dog. Scary, scary. Yeah, you better join. Okay, I thought he was gonna be like, join us, but no, he's just like, shh. And yeah, you just have all the animals quiet down. But no, not the chickens. Chickens, they don't. So, okay, if they don't quiet down, kill them. So he doesn't mind killing animals. Alright, time to go rush out and confront Gen. Ooh, I like this page. Good confrontation here. Good confrontation. And we're just going to telepathically communicate. Cool. Dope. He doesn't even know what telepathy is. Yeah, probably not a lot of great schools out here. So, okay, the townsfolk made a fool out of me, especially Gonda. So that's why he's doing this. But, like, what specifically? They tricked my father and took away his mountain. We had no money. He died because of them. Okay, so yeah, as I thought, just a shitty businessman. Alright, what is the order? I assume these three first, then, yes, the boar comes at him, he leaps away, bounce onto the tree, swing around, leap onto him. There are things I want to ask you! Where were you born? Yeah, he wants to figure out if he's a mutant as well. I was born here. And your father? Did he ever go to Yokohama? He never went anywhere. He stayed here all his life. Okay, so you inherit your power in a natural way, through your genes, like the primitive men used to. Okay? I mean, what am I trying to say? How do I phrase this? Like, you know, I guess we did say before, like, oh yeah, maybe one out of every, like, you know, couple million or billion that's born will have these genes, but we got it through, like, a special way. But I guess that's why his is, like, you know, not as strong as ours. But, I don't know, it just feels weird. He just kind of naturally got it. But okay, yeah, I like this a lot better than the, you know, 0013 story in the manga. And yeah, he thinks now that, like, you know, because, like, oh, Master Sabu got Gen, he got him! But no, what the fuck are you doing with your, what are you, like, pulling air out of your mouth or your tongue? You're, like, holding your tongue, oh, I see. I didn't even realize it was your tongue. But, yeah, no, you're on our side. Yeah, we'll protect you. And he can speak to the beasts, too. Hey, beasts. Oh, I see, he's speaking to them. Hey, beast, that's right, you're the beast here. Control this city using your money, and you're ready to do everything to get even more of it. Fix the damn roads. Control my money and threatened by it. You make finer beasts than the animals gathered here. Yeah, Chief, shoot him. Chew! And a gun! Oh, no, I see. I thought he was sneezing. But no, we telekinesis the gun out of his hands again. And take this rifle. Nope, ain't gonna use that. Bonk, bonk, bonk you on the head with it. Get out of here, bitch. Alright, let the animals go after them. But tell them not to harm them. Just tear into their clothes a bit. Alright, yeah, freak them out. Really get them scared. Awesome. I like that we get to see like an animal attack, but we know it's completely safe. Alright, just, yeah, strip them naked. Face to face with a bear. Now you can dance naked all night long. All doing different poses, doing the Iami pose. Alright, nice. Yeah, I like this one a lot more. I like this one a lot more than the other 0013 one. I mean, this guy's not 0013, but you know what I mean? It's basically the same story. Just, you know, with different aspects to it. But, yeah, I like this a lot more. So, yeah, now we're just going to leave him here, and, you know, yeah, I think, like, he's just going to, you know, go back and integrate back to the normal life. I think this is fine. Okay, now onto the Castle of Robots. And another girl we gotta save here. But it seems like we're just kind of done with Mari at this point. And this one was in Bisatsu Shonen Sunday. I don't know whether the last one's also in Bisatsu Shonen Sunday. I don't know I can't find anything for this one fucking either. So, if anybody knows anything about it, but I can't find anything. So, whatever. Oh, this is a cool way to do the recap, like showing the evolution, and then also like including the atomic bomb here as a part of like, this evolution thing that transforms them into us. But okay, so maybe we are going to do something with Mari then. And coming across somebody carrying a bunch of signs. Oh, no, looks like a robot. Mutant Sabu, I shall take your life. Just sending this right after us. What the hell? Take that thing off your head. Yeah, it might be just a robot. And then it just falls down. Oh, okay. So yeah, it was just here for message. Nope, it was an explosion. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, the robot castle. So, and somebody goes to hide. Oh, wait, was that us? Oh yeah, like we hid behind this and a bunch of poison needles all under the pole. And now it tossing out a bomb at us. What the fuck is going on? A bomb with an antenna, a radio-controlled bomb. Okay, maybe not. Just a ball of steel. But it like dug itself from the ground, then popped back out. Or another one came and it's coming at us. And the way to erase controlling it are stronger than my telekinetic powers. It's pretty damn strong. Okay, this is an actual apartment building that Tezuka and Ishinomori and some other mangaka lived there before they became famous. It's really cool. They include that. But okay, yeah, he just vanished. What the fuck? And now, there's a girl came to our apartment. Okay, now my grandpa's in danger. It feels like a trap. They kidnapped my grandma or grandpa. How did you find us? But okay, like, so I lived together with him in a small cabin, blah, blah, blah. Then two large men came in and took him away, told me to go to Tokyo and lead them to you. But how do you know where we are? But it seems like we're not getting an explanation at all as to how the hell she knew where we are and why they thought that she knew where we were, but I guess she just did somehow. But he was like, who are you? So it's not like we've met this girl before, so I'm like, okay, just go to sleep. Go to sleep, we're gonna save your grandpa in the morning. What the fuck? That's really fucked up. You can't sleep? Of course not. You just told her to wait and let her grandpa just suffer. But alright, he's gonna do the big boop-a-boop, force her to sleep. That's really fucked up. But, okay. I don't know why we needed to do any of that. We just spent like an entire page going to sleep for no reason. But next day we're going out. I don't know why we had to do that sequence. It's also just really fucked up. But okay, so also like, she was supposed to lead us, let me reread what she said. Yeah, they told me to go to Tokyo and lead them to you. But this really feels like she's leading us to them. But either way, how do you know where we live? But they don't. Like, that's the thing. Like, if it's just like, okay, well, she looked up where we lived or whatever, why didn't they do that? But, I don't know. And now, for some reason, like, you know, they should have attacked us in the night, you would have thought, right? But, no. And yeah, she was just like calling out for grandpa. She doesn't know where her grandpa is. What the fuck are we doing? I don't understand the story at all. What the fuck is this plot? But okay, really nice place here. But once the dam's finished, the whole area is just going to be flooded. And now some explosions. Okay, the dam. So what's going on there? Emergency. Someone threw some dynamite. Okay. So yeah, someone's trying to sabotage it. And her dad died while working here as well. Maybe my mom's so sad she fell sick. Soon after, she joined my dad, and then she started living here with grandpa. Yikes. But, okay, now we go back to their house, and they're there. Okay, what the fuck is this plot? Can't read his thoughts, so he's a robot as well. And okay, no, just leave the little girl here. Just stay in the cabin. Okay. But she wants to come too, but... yeah, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Alright, he's just gonna let it happen. Okay. Alright, through a river. And now into a secret little spot here. Okay, so she knew about this cave. Found it with grandpa once. And grandpa in there being tortured or something. What's going on? And he looks pretty young for her grandpa. But, he's just like karate chopped him or something? I'm not sure what he did. Or he's just, he's raising his hand to shoot at us. And yeah, he's been tortured and stuff. Oh, okay, no, that's not the grandpa. That's just a construction worker in general. Okay. And 6 other workers still inside. Make him work. Managed to get away. Managed to run away. Now I'm free. And then he dies. He's dead like this. Oh my god. And the robot's still up, though. Get inside. Get inside if you want the grandfather to be free. And alright. Big old limestone cavern here. Pretty cool. And then, whoa, okay. What the fuck is this? Something repeating ourselves? Huh. Really cool typesetting, though. Really cool typesetting there. But okay, so then the cave opens up. This robot comes out. And the stalactites can open up, and then they got tentacles to fucking grab us. And now it just shoots out crackle, electricity, I guess it's shooting out. It doesn't look like it, but I suppose that's what it is. And yeah, hard to bounce around here. But oh no, I guess that was the plan. We wanted to make that fall into his head. And then kick off that one, break it, grab her. Welcome to the castle of robots, Mutant Sabu. And yeah, they're everywhere. Got guns and all the stalactites. God damn. And yeah, tell the girl to go outside first. This has just got to be the grandpa, right? Yeah, gotta be the grandpa. Yep, pretty sure you don't want to shoot your granddaughter, do you? Yep, you're the grandfather. I mean, he's the one who has a grudge with all this stuff, so he's be the one who wants to shut down the dam. Revenge for your brother? Like, the dad, I know, but your brother? And wait a second, wait, wait. Do you remember, Sabu, the man who died because you tried to take back your precious Plan X? Yeah, okay, so that's, I was gonna say, like, his silhouette, but, okay, that was his fucking brother. Hey, that's cool, I like that we're tying this together. That's amazing. And yeah, I guess he did kill that guy, god damn. But yeah, I had nothing to do with your son's death. That's just the dam. And yeah, her voice is gonna stop him. My grandpa would never kill anyone. If you're really my grandpa, I just want to die. With the fingers almost around them. Alright, we won. That's it, just that easy. Such a cheesy story. Alright, now the whole place collapsed. Oh no, I thought this was collapsing, but no, he's just like rising up out of it. That is an enormous robot. Enormous. And yeah, I love this valley with my heart. Well, you made a whole fucking robot cave, but... the trees, the flowers, the grass, everything. The gentle murmuring of the valley stream. I won't let it get flooded. And yeah, I mean, the dam has taken away everything. And Daddy's death, it was just an accident. Clearly not. This has been happening to everybody. I mean, in terms of, like, you know, yes, it's an accident, but also, like, you know, this dam is just bad news. This dam has got to go. But alright, he's still carrying on with his plan. Still gonna stop the dam. I guess he was just waiting, biding his time to build this robot or something. But alright, yeah, he's gonna destroy the dam. And, whoa, instead, okay, yes, I see, we telekinesis some boulders onto him to stop him. And we're gonna kill this guy, too. Definitely gonna kill this guy, too. Yeah, seems like, yep. Fucking killed him. Fucking killed him. But, I mean, if he broke the dam, it would have killed a lot of people right now, so. Okay, we're just in there. Okay, well, that was a chapter. That, you know what, I cannot, that one sucked. That one sucked shit. Killer brainwaves. Okay. I guess someone's gonna use our thing against us, maybe? Or maybe they'll have their own ability of telekinesis. Or of, telepathy, rather. So, back at the... Okay, yeah, the agent, I assume Agent, Special Agent 7. Disguise the old man again. It's me! Yep. Investigator from the secret agency. Or what the hell do you want this time? But alright, he's gonna allow us to read his brain this time. So, well then, do it! It's so dazzling! Alright, cool, and then we get to see it. U.S. Army, Tachikawa Base. Colonel G.I. Leet. A car with no one inside, and then a car leaping out like a person. And Tochikawa Airfield near Tokyo was founded in 1922 and was in the possession of the United States Air Force from 1945 to 1977. Okay. But yeah, the car leaps at him like it's alive, basically, and just crushes him. And so G.I. Leet, a war hero of a hero of World War II, he was well known for his bravery in the fight against the Nazis. And a car with no one inside killed him suddenly. Telekinesis made it move. That makes a lot more sense than I was thinking, like it was a robot or something, but... And I believe you might be the one behind it. Why? There aren't many, there aren't many espers running around, but... Still, you know, there was, like, that kid, you know, he was, you know... I mean, I don't know if they know about that, but, like, you know... Either way, to assume it's just us. But yeah, we're viable suspects, sure, but, like, you know... But okay, yeah, I see. So yeah, give us the proof of your innocence, being you help us catch the guy. So yeah, just manipulating us once again. Alright, we're just gonna go to America. Okay, just received a report that the former president of the United States, Mr. I.K., has been targeted. I don't know what that is. I.K. probably points to, oh, Dwight D. Ike Eisenhower. Okay, yeah. While he was eating, a fruit knife suddenly attacked him on its own. But he didn't suffer any serious injuries, so, alright, just luckily blocked it just in time, I guess. And yeah, he's another notable soldier from the Allied forces. So they're just like cutting off all the heroes of the war, basically. And yeah, doing neo-Nazis again. Probably this came out right around the same time as the Cyborg 009 stuff. Wouldn't be surprised. It's about right around this time. But yeah, Sabu's doing this because he's interested in the Esper himself. Yeah. Alright, now at New York City. This is cool going to America. And the hospital letters are all coming undone via telekinesis. And just being thrown at them. That's cool. That's really cool. But yeah, just the entire hospital is now under attack. This is so crazy. Sabu just working with fucking Eisenhower. Or like protecting him. Not really working with him, but like protecting him. Oh boy, yeah, okay. Deflect it with our own. Okay, good. Can be of some help here. Oh my god, okay, so like, you know, he's testing his telekinesis again to see if it'll be blocked, so we throw out all of our items, and then he just uses all the people instead! Oh my god. But we hold him off. Hold him. Ugh. Let him down easy. But we certainly didn't let him down easy, we just kinda got Eisenhower out of the bed, and then they all fell into it. Oh, the wig? Give it to like Sabu or something? Oh, okay, now you can create a room with 4 similar but large-scale machines in every corner. Yeah, that works. But this wig just suppresses your own brain waves. So wait, it only works on us specifically? But alright, let's get to it. I mean, this is your own invention, but you're just sort of handing it off to somebody else and saying, you do it. You do it. What's going on? The Prime Minister of France, Dungarees. Is that really the actual guy? I don't know anything about it, but he's been killed. And can telekinesis work from such a great distance? No. Then it's an organization. 2 Espers at least. And alright, they made the room and everything. And okay, being followed by a car. I had to look it up because I was curious. And yeah, so this song that he's singing here is Don't Look Back by the Temptations. I will probably put it in here if I remember to do that. Hopefully I'll remember, but I cannot promise that I will. But that's cool. I've tried looking up the lyrics like for a lot of other 60s manga we've been reading, but never gotten any success with it. So this one actually is, assumingly. Yeah, I mean, like, not assumingly. This one is 100% that song. But yeah, for some reason, just every other time, I assume it's like a Japanese song that's been transliterated, but this one actually is the correct English lyrics. I also wonder, like, you know, if it, like, you know, sometimes it was like an English song, but then it was in Japanese and then translated. It's not the same lyrics, so I can't really look it up. But I don't know. But either way. And they're just gonna drive-by shoot at us. Jesus Christ. They ain't fucking around. Alright, kick off the windshield, and then it just crashed into the wall. Nice. Oh, but the guy managed to get out. Alright, where's your secret base? Tell me! Oh, he took some cyanide. Yep. Oh, I got the teeth capsules. Well, fuck. That didn't go anywhere. Oh, and I managed to read his mind before he died. Never mind. They really are the remnants of the Nazi army. And their base is... Let's go. The Grand Canyon! Oh my god, okay. Haven't seen that one before yet. And so the Colorado River, ground troops are going through the river. And yeah, you can read the mind of the pilot before it happens. Something wrong with an engine. Or, oh no! Collapsing. But, so we were sabotaged? It's just a cat here. Okay. But, was that not ours? Wait. Was it somebody else's? No, that was our... Yeah, it was our plane here. So, I'm not sure what happened there. We crashed, but it seems like we're back up in this one here. So, I don't know what just happened. I guess maybe, like, all of them are like, fucking up, but those 2 crashed and ours didn't? I don't know. But, okay, and a VTOL. They got a VTOL here. Oh, boy. They got some fucking good technology. And, alright, they're out of here. Alright, send the fighters after it. This is pretty cool. This is very, like, extensive, the amount of, like, military we're using here. But, yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there with the engine and why we were fine. I don't really understand how that happened, but okay, whatever. So they found the VTOL, but then it was empty. Nobody inside. So was the entire VTOL being, you know, telekinetically used or something? Or just a submarine? When I was reading, I just remembered when I was reading the mind of the man who attacked us. In his mind, I could see the faint memory of sea bubbles floating around me. Okay. Yeah, at the time I didn't really get it. I thought it was going to be like, I remember the submarine, but that's, you know, I understand that. But alright, now the real hideout must be at the bottom of the sea. Let's take a submarine. He loves this shot of a submarine specifically. He's very good at drawing it. And yeah, they got a ton of power down here as well. Alright, but they found us first. Alright, just don't use the spare engine. Just let it sink to the bottom. Okay, cool. And alright, they defused all torpedoes and missiles, so they can't be used against us. Good. Alright, let's go outside. What are you wearing under your Speedo? It seems like he's wearing... What is he wearing? But okay, he's going out by himself. I guess not by himself. He's taking some other divers with some spear guns. But this is cool. Using some telepathy under... Get kissed by a little fish. Huh? And surrounded by sharks now. They have the ability to control the sharks' minds just like the beast guy. Those are some terrible shark teeth. Terrible. But we just got a knife to stab the sharks with. I'm not even using our telekinesis to, like, make them hit each other or something. Just gonna use our knife to grab onto it as well. And what the hell? What the hell? Who the hell? Just a kid. Huh? What? Just a bunch of... Is this a bunch of kids? Yeah, a bunch of kids, or at least two of them. Twins. Okay, so just twins the whole time. Hello there, Sabu. How come you can talk with us? I'm just like you. And the professor, okay. This is gonna be another fucking one of the brothers of the mad scientist. That'd be crazy. You don't know about the professor? The famous Woodbecker? Professor Woodbecker from Germany. Formerly a member of the Nazi Party. Yeah, so they've been raised by him. They probably got the blonde hair, blue eyes going on. And yeah, just the professor and all the people told you to do this. They're evil. We're just gonna be able to flip them so fast. This really is like just proto Cyborg 009. It's doing a lot of the similar stuff, but just in a much more children's manga way. But here is the structure. Fucking crazy looking. And he looks just like... I don't think he is, but it's just very funny that he looks similar to the other mad scientists that we've seen already. He looks pretty close to him. He's a bacteriologist. Bacteriologist. There we go. Hiding himself in his fortress on the bottom of the ocean, preparing for taking over the world using deadly germs. His fortress was secretly constructed during World War II in a preparation for the attack of the United States. After the war ended, it was abandoned for a long time, only to be rebuilt yet again in order to bring preparations to a successful conclusion. And so, the professor used it as a base for his operations. His first target, those he called personal enemies during World War II. But yeah, so, it makes sense. Classic setup here. And before long, he's going to fulfill his dream of conquering the world using his biological weapons. Have you ever tried reading his mind? No, we haven't. Idiots. But alright, we're going to make the enemy self-explode because they had a bunch of like mines and stuff like that in there. So, yeah, then we're also just going to make the entire thing explode. Okay. Now they're really pissed at us, sending some rocks at us. Oh, but actually it's just some pebbles, not really too bad at all. Oh, a whirlpool! Okay, yeah, we used that for one of them, I guess. Yeah, we did that. Alright, let's take the twins. But, okay, is that the end? Is that the end? What the fuck are these chapters now? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Another terrible one. Had some cool ideas, but he didn't go anywhere with it. It just fucking, we just grabbed the kids and ended it. Okay, whatever. On to the next thing. Okay, now we're on to the white boy. The white boy. Okay, what the fuck are these creatures? Are they like cats? What are they? They got like bat ears. And is he like, has he got white hair? Or is he like completely white? Is he like a ghost maybe? Maybe he's like a ghost boy? I don't know. Maybe he is just a white boy. A literal white boy. And another girl on the cover we gotta save here. What the hell? Hey. So this is the visualization we get for him trying to sleep, dealing with all the thoughts he has of everybody, but it's all just hey. Is it one person specifically? I thought for a second like this is just all the thoughts he hears, but maybe this is one person trying to reach him. But yeah, Sabu. Okay, that was Mari. Okay, Mari was the one doing that. No, okay, it wasn't her, but she thought it was us. God, I love the way he draws eyes. I love it. So yeah, contacted both of us. Glad we're getting more Mari though. Very glad. And she was like sleeping in this get-up too. She was sleeping in this like, actually, is this the same? Yeah, it doesn't quite look like it there, but like here and here, like it's so thick, so extremely thick for pajamas. And she's wearing a beanie to sleep. It must be like extremely cold. But alright, cool. Gonna meet back up Wonder whatever happened with her dad, with the company and all that shit, but we just moved right along. But alright. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, this is actually all the thoughts of everybody, right? Let's go through these. Thanks for everything. He says I should be more gentle and sweet. How in the world am I supposed to do that? Maybe I'll just ask in my sweetest voice for something nice he can buy me. Yeah, Hiroshi! Isn't it too difficult? I think I'll go drink some. The package I was supposed to get is late. Thanks. Hi there, Chi. I don't have it. Ugh, that guy. There's no one I can count on. Your daddy, too, Masashi, likes to have his back washed for when he takes a bath. She doesn't want to teach me anything. Take me with you. I'm so pumped for this. Where did my father go? I so want to learn more about this. I don't feel like doing anything today. Wham! Oh dear. Near the end of the year, manufacturers want to sell as many goods as possible in such a short time. So if you want to buy something, now's the time for it. Was he there? When did he? After it's over. I want to meet him if he's still in the city. I wonder how this tastes. Clatter, clatter. I thought it was like thoughts. Why is he hearing clatter, clatter? So he became the new boss, right? Yeah, woohoo! You idiot! This has nothing to do with my job. More clatter, clatter! Oh, aren't you adorable? Let's try this! Well, the economical situation right now. Sports festival! I should quit smoking. Stop acting like an idiot, will ya? Summer break, summer break, summer break. Oh, maybe it wasn't me he just called now. Hey, let's go do something. 100 yen, 100 yen, that's expensive. That tickles. You should finally get married. Oh, could you stop talking about that already? I wonder where I'm going with my life. Which way is this? Hey, you free this Sunday? Can't I do anything about how things are right now? I need to stop spending so much money. Mr. Yami is so popular right now. from Otsumatsu-san, we are in, I believe we're in 66 right now, right? What are we in? This is White Boy. Okay, so we're in December 1965, and I would say 66 is like peak Otsumatsu, but if we're saying this in 1965 also, I guess he was at this point too. But it's alright. Hey, let's go somewhere. It looks yummy. Mama, I was so shocked. Oh, which other ones did I miss? I call him a little boy. I'm Q the ghost dog. Yeah, Q-Tro. So yeah, we're just hearing so. I wonder if this is kids pretending to be this. I mean, like the Yami one was definitely, and yeah, this is definitely somebody pretending to be Q-Tro. I felt so scared and alone. Homework, math, physics, social studies, independent research, studies, social studies, physics. Oh my god, and we still got more here. Good work, what's wrong? Hey, oh mama, my poor wallet. Dad or mom, hey you, I'll try to get it done on time. Is it really true? Hey, go together with me. Yeah, he's so nasty. I'm so happy. It was like that. I'm waiting. I should get some extra money soon. You should get to the seaside if you walk this way for about 30 minutes. Oh, I see. Thank God my wife let me sleep in today. What's wrong? But alright. Oh, I heard him. Okay, so that was the hey. Okay. So we're hearing the haze through all this. Managing to break through the noise. Hey. Okay, now into like a barren farm. I mean, it's the middle of winter, so it makes sense. Crows going everywhere. And the crow's thoughts are too loud. Can't hear them anymore. I think they're just hungry. Okay, and a scarecrow. Scarecrow, oh yeah, being used as telekinesis to scare away the crows. That's certainly a tactic. Oh, cute. And now, let it fall on its head. Come on. Oh, you had a little smile there. John's so tiny. He's still so cute. Alright, he's in the fields. He's underground. Okay. There's an old well here. Somebody trapped in the well. Drop a stone down there. Some water. Okay, not right over there. Right? How did you not see this? How the fuck did you not see this? An old Western-style mansion. Yeah, really dilapidated right now. Really run down. Oh, and then someone from outside. Coming back, he got some wood, got some firewood. So, yeah. What's going on here? Is this like a telltale heart situation? Like, yeah, ghost sort of thing? A guy this guy murdered? We're hearing his screams. No one lives here besides me! There's a basement here, am I right? Yeah, just thought about the basement. He can read people's minds, but he's not thinking about whatever he did. But yeah, he can lie to us all he wants, but like, we can still read his mind. Like, I mean, I believe all this is true. I guess I shouldn't say lie. Like, he can tell us the truth, but we can still read his mind. He should be thinking about, whatever the fuck is going on. But, yeah, this has got to be like a telltale heart sort of situation, I'm imagining. Maybe there is just a guy down here. Maybe he has, like, kidnapped a guy. Terrible things will happen. Terrible things will happen. Maybe he does think this is just a ghost, and not like he kidnapped some guy, but that it's an actual ghost. And he's going to do the same to her, pushes her down there, shoves it, and it drops the lantern so that way he can grab her. But yeah, now it's going to shatter, and we're going to be in the darkness. But how is this going to work? Like, we can't really telekinesis ourselves, I don't think. But so then he moves her on top of him, so that way he'll land first. But the chivalrous gentleman he is. But luckily there's some water down here to break our fall. But yeah, what is going on? God, I love a series with just a casual romance. It's not the actual focus of it, but just, the main character is just in a casual romance, and they are so sweet with each other. I love it. I'm okay, my body can take a lot. Or no, that's us saying that. I thought that was the guy going, hey. No, that was us. Okay, my bad. Okay, and then fish, but they're glowing, a pale light. And then a salamander, giant white one as well. A bunch of albino stuff down here, but I don't know, are they luminescent in some way? Like, yeah, they emit pale lights, they are luminescent, so. And how big is this salamander? Jesus. What did we do? We like shut its mouth? Didn't look like it had its mouth open. But, okay, I guess we killed it somehow. Did we crack its neck? Jesus Christ, we don't give a fuck about animals. There's a ceiling, but it's really high up. Yeah, this darkness, it would be absolutely fucking terrifying. And they're also wading, like, knee-high water and stuff. And then, okay, yeah, these things. So, like, there are also albino creatures that can see in the dark down here. And bones everywhere. Bones of a lot of creatures. And a bunch of mice with giant ears as well to help hear down here. But, yeah, mice with giant ears is an actual thing. So, were those just mice then, actually? Okay. Yeah, those are just, like, big old mice. Okay. Yeah, this is some huge... No, okay. So, yeah, these were separate. I was going to say, I don't think it looked quite like that. But, yeah, so there's mice with big ears, cats with huge ears as well. And they're all white, and they're fluorescent. And, yeah, like, okay, sure, like, oh, they might have evolved to have no pigmentation. But, like, why? But why? How would any of this have happened? And, yeah, if he's even human. But we'll get some answers out of him, hopefully. And, okay, yeah, so here he is. All he says is, hey. And it looks like, yeah, I assume he's albino as them. Yep. It's a white boy. But okay, so you can say other things besides just, hey. Enemy, friend, who. Okay, so he can't, no, I think he can't see us. Okay. So he can't see in the dark. The other ones can't see in the dark probably either. Just using, like, echolocation then, maybe? That's why he's doing, like, the hey, echolocating. Okay, he can't speak either. So just telepathic haze, and never mind then. Maybe he could use it to, like, if he sends out hey, he can see who hears the hey, and then that, like, allows him to echolocate. Who? Eru, have you come back to me? That's the dead girl lying there. I see. She was killed by a salamander. Okay. So, damn, these are some big-ass fucking salamanders, enough to kill a kid. And so he was calling out for her, trying to read her thoughts, just with hey. And he doesn't understand the concept of dying. What is going on? Warm, kind, Eru, you came back, Eru. Oh, no. And yeah, trying to correct him, but it's pissing him off, and he's got claws and everything. He's gonna send the beasts after us. But are we just gonna, like, what have we been doing with the people we've been taking, or like, we've been meeting and stuff like that. It's like, we took the twins, also, like, the beast kid, like, have we kept in contact with him in any way? It'd be cool if we can, like, set up a team or something. But alright, toss some rocks at the cats. And yeah, they can't see either, just echolocating. scent and sounds. They don't seem to have a much bigger nose, but... They might also just be reading its thoughts. Okay, wait, but they might also be reading its thoughts. Its thoughts? What do you mean? Like the kid? Are you calling the kid its? What? But I think, yeah, our thoughts are, I would assume, but everything's thoughts here is what they're doing. I would assume is what they mean. But alright, conceal your thoughts with a barrier. We can do that? That's a thing we can do? But alright, and the water's going to conceal our scent. It's good. But this does not even feel like a chase, really. This feels really weird. And okay, they fear the water don't go in there because of the salamanders. I see. He still doesn't realize the girl is dead. But I can hear the old man's thoughts from above. I can hear them now too. I don't know. It's his son, I assume, right? I don't know anything. It's not my fault. Many, many years ago, when I was still a kid, my father was working for someone, a scientist. He was testing if animals and humans would be able to live deep, deep underground. He dug that hole himself to conduct experiments there. So yeah, I don't think it's his son at all. A really deep, deep hole. He caught so many animals and men and women, imprisoned them below. After that, a lot of times passed. Both my father and the scientist died, and so the entrance to underground was sealed. There was no one who could have survived below. There was no way. No. But yeah, so this is like an offspring of like the original people who were put down there, I assume. Well, I guess this is just everybody who's only survived till now, but I assume this was like a next generation or something, but... Yeah, okay, I wonder how many generations have lived here. Yeah. Yeah, how in the world they survive in this darkness? Mushrooms, moss, fish, maybe even cats and mice, but yeah, I mean, I guess he just created an entire ecosystem down here that could sustain itself. But alright, we're below the well. Alright, good. Let's try and climb out of here through there. Hold on, and man, we've got a long way to climb. But we make our way out. Alright, freedom. Freedom once again. But the kid's coming after us. He held on, or he didn't hold on to her foot, but he climbed up. Yeah, I was trying to go after her, but maybe we can, yeah, now the light's gonna yeah, I was gonna say, the light's gonna do bad things for him. I don't know if the sunlight would burn him this instantly, but I tell you, some days I go out in the summer sun, and I feel like this is what happens to me. So maybe if you're pale enough, I'd believe this could happen to you if the sun's hot enough. I got a little tiny bit of a tan, and I can feel this happen to me when it's like 90 degrees out. Alright, down he goes again. Well, we gave him burns and then cast him back into the darkness. Gave him a glimpse of the world above and cast him back down to the dark hell below. What the fuck have these stories been? I like the original ones, as super cheesy and like classic as they were, and these have been a little bit, like, I don't know, the other two were just also super generic, so whatever. But this one was more unique, but also, not as good as the previous ones. Okay, and we got an art collection here as well. So, what was this? Asahi Sonorama, Sunwide Comics, Mutant Sabu cover illustration. So that came out in 84. Gotcha. And yeah, this definitely looks like more like 84 kind of art. I was trying to describe it earlier, but yeah, I think actually just being like, it's still the 80s kind of art. That really covers it. And then, what the hell was this? Okay, this is for Volume 2, so we haven't even gotten to anything like this yet, but look forward to that in Volume 2, I guess. I was hoping this was going to be only Volume 1 stuff, but we had to throw in a Volume 2 cover there too? Come on, what the fuck? But I mean, I guess to be fair, we're about to read Volume 2, so if that was the cover, we would have seen it. I mean, well, not that one, but, I'm going to look at the covers in a second, probably. Okay, next is Ghosts. Just Ghosts. Thought that we were doing last time, but nope. Now we're getting into some Ghosts. Hand going over to the switch. Click. And then, boom! Big explosion, crackle of energy, gas, leaving. A panel that was exploded forms back together to transition us into a scene. That's a crazy way of doing it, but very cool. Very cool, Ishinori. Alright, so I got a call for Sabu. Mari disappeared! Now he's shattered. That's so cool! So dope. So dope. Love that. Okay, maybe this is going to be a good chapter. So the help heard something like a quiet cry, but the door was locked. They had to bust down the door, then she was gone. Every single door and window was locked from the inside. So yeah, the ghost took her. After we called the police, I figured we should inform you as well. You were Mary's best friend after all. Yeah, we got a closed room mystery. Cool. I mean, the number one rule, not the number one rule, but one of the rules for not just a closed room mystery in general is not to make it ghosts, but it will in fact be ghosts. And yeah, she's able to hear my thoughts no matter where you are. Like, it doesn't matter how far away we are. And then, now the entire room becomes negative, as he is. With still all the speech bubbles and everything, though. Like, he definitely didn't draw this without the speech bubbles. He drew this with the speech bubbles included. But he wanted to reuse the panel to show it inverted. He didn't want to have to redraw the entire thing. So just get the fucking panels again. So funny. On sale, Shogakukan's World Source Encyclopedia. I wonder if that's something that Ishinomori, like, had bought and uses for, like, research and stuff. And interesting, because I think Shokugan is the parent company that does some of the magazines that this was running in. But there was other kidnappings as well. 2 other ones. Wait. According to police investigations, 3 such events were reported in Tokyo. So, okay, yesterday evening is strange. I thought that was just going to be the 3. But no, so 3 in Tokyo, 2 in Chiba, 4 in Kanagawa, so this is actually happening a lot. And they're all, just disappearing into thin air. And now it's whole world again. Shattering again. What the hell's going on? Mari, I've been calling for you the entire day. Where have you disappeared to, Mari? And there's this statue, and, the statue of water, where does it end? Okay, yeah, here's the basin. Okay, this is drawn in a weird way. It looked like it was, like, spilling out, and I was like, is this all water? But, no, okay. Where are you? The way it's just being drawn transparent. So, okay, maybe the whole, okay, yeah. So this whole fountain is a ghost as well. And then he sees Mari as a ghost. Fades away. What the fuck? What the hell? How is the ghost doing all this? Help me, Sabu. Explosion. Yeah, the button press. What was up with that? Okay. Look in the newspaper. Maybe we can find something about an explosion. Okay. Mysterious explosion in the mountains. So, what mountains, though? Let's try and go there and figure out what happened. And I wonder what all this translates to, but... Oh my god, this is a cool panel, though. Just him walking over the newspapers. But yeah, the only stuff that's really important is being translated, I assume. Yeah, the entire house gone as well. Like, it exploded into nothing. And yeah, they were doing some sort of scientific experiments, whatever exactly that means. But then rustling in the grass, and big wind, or somebody running past us really fast, assumingly. And telekinesis. He's using it on us. Or, never mind. Just again, somebody running fast, real fast. Big speed here. Okay. This looks like a chapter cover page. Maybe it was. Maybe that's how a chapter ended and then another chapter here started. This was in multiple weeks or something. But now he's sitting in the grass after us? Or was it this just, again, like, just more speed. And a really gnarly tree here. Okay. Where are we going with all this? Oh, and something ripped our back, slams us back down on the ground. I assume this tree grabbed us or something. Yep, the tree grabbed us. It's smacking us around. So the trees are alive. This is a really cool looking tree, too. Smacking the shit out of us. And then the tree's gone. And now a giant eyeball. Okay, is just making us imagine these things? I don't know. And then the eyeball comes down and then does a big, like, flashing light or something, it seems like. Did I just see a giant eyeball floating up to me? And yep, still, whatever the speed is. And now, Mari, the ghost. What the fuck is going on? And we just passed straight through her. I assume this is like a visual illusion sort of thing, but I don't know, maybe this is just straight up ghosts. But our injuries are real. So it's not just a dream, it's not just an illusion. What's going on? And the crumbling panel to another crumbling panel as someone finds us here. We like passed out, or maybe not, we didn't pass out, but I mean, it does seem like what was it like we're screaming here, but then was this actually what was going on the entire time, or did we pass out? Unclear. But okay, this guy knew the professor, heard about him, heard about the professor's house exploding, so more crumbling panels here. What is going on? Researching the 4th dimension. Okay, so that's what we're doing with all this shit. The 4th dimension's breaking apart. This is the way we're like, we're like panned out with him with like 1, and we zoom in as he's going like 2, 3, 4, and then we pass by, like, we zoom in even more, he's just getting fully cut off. Such a weird way to do it. So yeah, the ghosts and all the monsters are from the 4th dimension, so is Mari just trapped in the 4th dimension? We gotta get her out. And yeah, so the professor made a, like, dimensional traveling machine, but it just blew up instead, and then the strings between the fourth and third dimension became undone. There's a tear in space-time. So many people tumbled over into the fourth dimension as this happened, while some terrible monsters living in our world living in that world invaded our world. And now it all comes back together. And now, but I'll be waiting. What? For this monster to come out again. And when they do, I'll use them to find my way into the fourth dimension. Okay, we're just gonna ride them into the fourth dimension. Here they come, and we can't see them because they're fourth dimensional beings. So use it to grab a hold of them and bring us into the fourth dimension. Alright, hell yeah. And all the people here as well. And now we're gonna have to, tell them grab a monster, ride your way out or something? I don't know. And yeah, here's the fourth dimensional space, looking like a Doctor Strange comic. Hell yeah. And yeah, the scientist also, he doesn't seem dead, he does seem to be here. He just got trapped here. Okay, and then here's a little wormhole for us to escape through. But no, what do you mean we can't go through it? Look how high up it is. By the time we manage to reach it, it'll be completely closed. But we got speed. But can we reach it? Alright, everybody grab one of me. This seems like a lot more. There was 3, and then 2, and then 4, right? So that's at least 9. Is this 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, actually, exactly. Okay, damn. And he's going to teleport? He's just going to teleport. Okay, that's something we could do. I've never tried using it before, so I might fail, but okay, we're just gonna have to try. Alright, Mari, put your powers together with us. Let's do it. The fourth wall begins to break. The fourth dimension begins to shatter. And we made it back to Japan. Cool, this was actually a really good chapter. Yeah, I see that sand. Yep, that was actually a really, really good chapter. I liked that one a lot. Back to a successfully good chapter for once. And yeah, I like that he's just playing around with a lot of different ideas in Mutant Sabu. There's not really any one thing in particular. He's just doing a lot of weird shit. Alright, the last one of the Shonen Sunday edition, the Festival of Snow and Fire. And he is dressed up like a samurai and that, a winter samurai. Also, this outfit definitely is worn by the, was it Kagemaru? Like in the same magazine, Iga no Kagemaru, something like that. But definitely aping on that success a bit, I think, trying to emulate that a bit here. But okay, we also got a cover page, or a color page for this one. Cool. So I assume this is like tribal drums, and then carrying, carrying torches. This is either a tribal thing or like a festival thing. Actually, yeah, it looks more like a festival thing. So the rumors are true. It really is a wonderful festival. Okay, we just came to watch a festival. Yeah, the Festival of Snow and Fire. And another old man here. Another scientist, I assume. Alright, sure. Tell us the history of this festival. What's up with this festival? Tell us about the story. The Lord of Hatsuda Castle, Ryomon Hatsuda, was a man of great courage and wisdom. One day, a great monster appeared near the castle grounds and went on a rampage. It was a spirit of snow, as big as a small mountain. The poor villagers, shaking from fear, went to Ryomon and asked him for help. He came up with a smart plan and drove the beast away. God, yeah, that is actually massive. Fire. He used the power of fire to melt the snow beast. So, we're going to do something similar. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo! And then people were in awe of the young lord's bravery and wits. And that's how this festival came to be. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe it's just a metaphor. Sometimes snow can destroy the crops. And maybe that's how the beast came from the villagers' fear of Mother Nature can cause winter, and use the fire to drive out the snow. So, yeah, could just be a metaphor. But no. That beast was as real as you and me. A real monster, as big as a small mountain, came down from the hills, crossed the fields, and attacked the castle. Yeah, things like that only happen in sci-fi comics, you know. But no, you're wrong. You and that old man are both wrong. Someone getting into our brain here. What the hell? And I like the way the panel cracks in two as our little ping to our brain notifier. There's a different truth behind this festival. And so where is this guy? She's in the force behind us. Telepathy, I don't know what that is. But we were waiting for a long time. Waiting for someone who could hear the voice of our hearts. Is it the snow? Wait, okay, it's this girl. Okay. Whoever this is. I beg you, come with me and see the truth behind this festival with your own eyes. And then, disappears, and now we are in our samurai gear. Okay, that's why. So we're being transported back in time. So he goes towards light, finds a family here, And yeah, the truth of this actual lord. He was not a revered lord, he was a wicked lord. Had to set his eyes on her and her poor family. And the mother's dying. And the mother's dying and the daughter is being taken away by the lord. And then, well, it's a ghost! Do we look like someone who died or something? Okay, it's Saburota's ghost. Saburota, one of our ancestors, assumingly, probably. But yeah, he's not a ghost, he's got legs! But yeah, so she's the girl who brought us back here. Is this her dad or something? Yeah, I'm Sabu. I mean, just Sabu. You're the one who called me here. But no, it was her ghost or something. And yeah, he tries to use telepathy, but it doesn't work. So yeah, you can communicate with ghosts with that, but... So okay, Saburota rebelled against the samurai of the Hatsuda Castle. But he was slain, I assume. Yep, slain. Well, I mean, I don't know. He actually was just kind of thrown in the river, it seems like. Or, you know, he fell into the river. He could still be alive. But okay, he really is dead. I don't know, though. Oh, I like the way these panels are cut off, though. And okay, yeah, so this was not like her dad. This is, you know, her would-be lover. But yeah, this is the fucking lord here. I know, so this was like a taxes thing where they're like, oh, if you can't pay taxes, come to the castle and serve me. So this wasn't a just like, oh, I'm taking you as my bride. That's what I assumed it was. But no, this is just like, oh, you poor people can't afford me? Well, then I'm taking your daughter. But yeah, why don't you fight them? They're a bunch of peasants. It's kind of hard. They don't have the weapons. They don't have the muscles. They don't have the food. But I mean, if everybody at once rebelled, you know, that's how rebellions work. You gotta be organized. You gotta do it all together. And they just, there's more of us than there is of them. It doesn't really matter. As long as there's more of us than there is of them, it's a surefire thing to win. But, you know, it requires organization, requires a lot more than just saying that. But this is also manga, so I might just be able to just do it. And yeah, they got too many guards. They're just going to prepare their defenses the moment they see us even start to get even close. And as I said, they got no weapons. But there is a way. Okay. But was the Lord's men? Yep, they've come. They've come and took Tone to the castle. Oh boy. But so wait, what are we doing here? We're like chopping down trees to make weapons, I assume? Yeah, okay, I assume that's what they're doing. They just kind of got sticks here. But hopefully we're going to have something a little bit better than that. Alright, he's just going to sneak in alone. Okay, let's see if you can do that, Sabu. This is such a weird one. We're just doing a whole time travel story now. This fucking manga is all over the damn place. I can see why, you know, based on last chapter and this chapter, it got canceled. Because it was, as much as I like the last chapter and this chapter even more, it's all over the place. He's like freaking out about something, I'm not sure what. Oh, the forest is moving. We're just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, it's a snow. No, okay, no, it's snow. It's a snow monster. Oh, okay. So, you know, not the actual beast, but like the people pretending, you know? I'm not sure what they're doing exactly, but we'll see in a second. And they come at us, we chop off their top knots. Hell yeah, after we cut these two down as well. Alright, meeting with Rueman. He's gonna try, but yeah, you are the Lord, you ain't nothing. Instantly take him down. And what? She's dead, she bit her own tongue. Oh my god. Yeah, she didn't want to, you know, to even be touched by him. And he tries to do something to us, but nope, take him out. And then the whole palace was set on fire, so that's where the fire part of it comes from. And yeah, so they just like took down some trees, got branches, put snow all on it, and then pretended to be a snow beast coming after them. But it seems like this myth already was around before, you know, like the festival is celebrating this thing. Well, not really. The festival's all completely wrong as well. But yeah, that's the truth behind the festival, but sadly that nobody seems to know it at all. I don't know how we got, yeah. I don't know how we got to the exact opposite. Yeah, like, and yeah, now we're back. Wait, and now he's saying it's the truth. The villagers dressed up as an evil snow, or as a snow beast and defeated the evil lord. So I guess we changed the past? So yeah, she wanted to show me the truth behind the festival, but, like, we also changed the past. Like, you know, what was the truth behind the festival? Because it seems like the truth behind the festival was exactly that. I don't know. I don't really get it. But you say, yeah, you're the one who showed everyone the truth behind the festival. But, okay, yeah, so she didn't want to show us. We just had to make it right. Okay. That was, yep, that one, I don't know how I feel about that one. I said it was going to be a good chapter, but it wrapped up in a really weird way. But I can see what he was trying to do with it. Either way, that's the end of the Weekly Shonen Sunday edition.
I will probably read some more because it's 4 volumes, so I might as well just finish it. You know, there's really not much left. We've already read the shoujo version, which was a big chunk of the final volume. So, you know, I think we'll probably just continue with it. But I will say, I wouldn't normally be continuing with it. This is not good enough for me to keep reading, really. But it's so short, I might as well finish it up. But we'll see. You know, the next video might come out a long time from now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what pace I want to do this at. And I don't really think there's much interest for this either, to be honest. So, I'm not even going to say, if you really want me to do it, leave some comments. I mean, you can, but I doubt there's that much interest. It's more something I want to do for myself. But yeah, what do I even have to say about this one? I think we said a lot of similarities to Cyber 009, but Cyber 009 just did it way better in every way. Except for the romance aspect of it. The romance aspect is really good in this, and I like that. And I wish we leaned a lot harder into that. And I think that's really it. The chapters where we have Mari are good. You know, he's very good at that, like, shoujo shonen sort of blend. But then when he's trying to just do a shonen sci-fi story or whatever, it's not quite working. And when he tried to do, like, the just straight-up shoujo thing, it wasn't quite working because he was ending up being too shonen as well. But I think when he blends the two for these chapters and stuff, I think that's his sweet spot, and he should stick to, like, that sort of thing. But we'll see what he decides to do, because the next one's for Bokura, which is, like, just, like, boys magazine or something. I don't know what the fuck it stands for, but it's something like boys magazine. I don't remember what. But, you know, the Boku from boy, and then Ra for, I don't know. Boys books. I don't know what it fucking means. Either way, though, it's either going to be more shonen, or maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see, because it's probably going to change quite a bit as well. Like, I don't know, it being another edition, is it going to be completely different from this? Different story, different everything? Again, rebooting it? Or is it going to just be, like, a different, like, types of stories? I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Until then, get the fuck out of here. And check out other Ishinori stuff. Check out other stuff on the channel. Whatever. Bye-bye.